Guys, I have had such an incredible amount of bad luck this week. We can talk about it, go it over. Yes, it's in part as to why we're running so late today, but we are here for a pivotal series defining game 7. Let's lock in. Let's go over as quickly as we can. Let's get ready for tip off. Here we go. That is right. We are back. And unfortunately, we don't have the soundboard working for me right now. You may also hear a little bit of an audio difference. Hopefully you don't hear any audio difference, but you might be hearing a little bit of an audio difference because my audio interface just decided to explode on itself the other day. So the order of events that transpired was that I got a new light. Right? We're getting to the end of the season. I'm already thinking about upgrades for next year's show. So I got a new light. Sons Jen, what's up, Sons Jen? Joseph, what's up, Joseph? DB, what's up, DB? Appreciate you guys. Jagatary said Chevy makes waffles and chicken. Appreciate you, brother. Susan, what's up, Susan? So this is the order of events that transpired to make it such an upsetting last couple of days. First of all, hurt my foot. Went out running, hurt my foot. Unfortunate, but I might be hobbling around a little bit here, but it is what it is. It's not that bad. Judge, that's it. Gremlins in the system. I can only blame Harnstein. It's got to be Harnstein. Michael Brown, what's up, Michael Brown? Robert Kling, what's up, Robert? If you guys hear anything weird going on with the audio, you got to let me know. You got to let me know right away so I can try and fix it. Again, so this is the order of events that transpired that got me to this point, which is also, again, plays into why I was so late today, right? So I'm going to pull up the stream, make sure we have all that set up, of course, and then we'll go over the bingo card as we normally do. That's still working. Beautiful. Jagatary said, let's go, Chevy. It sounds jumpy. Is that good? Is that different? So here's what happened. Here's why my audio system completely bricked and I had to kind of change everything on the fly, which I'm going to have to reset it probably after tonight because we have 3 games before we get to game 1. The voice, does it sound clear? Does it sound all right? I mean, I worked pretty much all day. All I did when I got home was just work on making sure that we could go live and the audio is good. So the soundboard is not working, but here's why. Here's what happened. Jumpy, staticky. So that's not good. Maybe if I lower it a little bit, I might not be hitting the top as much. Robert said it's all good. Okay. Well, let's also... Well, that's really loud as well. So let's make sure we lower this. Chaos Kid, what's up, Chaos Kid? I enjoyed watching all the anti-Shay videos the last few days. Whatever that instrument he plays when he comes in with the horns. That's right. Now, unfortunately, the soundboard is not working. It's not working. I tried using it. I tried figuring it out. What I'm going to have to do is completely factory reset the audio system, which is where the audio is going in and where it's coming out. It's good enough for an OKC versus Spurs game, in my opinion. Well, that's unfortunate. If it's good enough for that, that sucks. So this is what it's going to happen. I'm going to factory reset the audio system because here's the order of events that led to the scenario. And again, I'm so annoyed. I'm so frustrated because we had everything set up. We had our usual way of doing things. Anyway, I bought a new light. Anthony G&T, what's up, Anthony? Appreciate you, brother. Jay Hammer, what's up, Jay Hammer? Isaiah Garner said Mitch is playing. We also got an update on Mitch on what the broken hand entails, which is kind of more of a broken hand than a broken pinky, but we'll talk about it. It seems like he's going to play, but we'll talk about it. So I got a new light. this light on this side over here. So I got 4 lights. I got 2 lights on the side here to light up the green screen. And then I got also kind of the background behind me area. And then I got 2 floodlights up here to light me and also the green screen. And then obviously we have regular pot lights. So I got a new light and I was like, you know what? Let's hook it up. So I hooked it up. It's got to connect, it connects to the Wi-Fi via Bluetooth. So I'm setting that up, right? I'm in the settings, I'm going through everything, I'm setting it all up so that I could do this. I could hit this button and boom, they go away. And you can see that it got real dark on the corners here, real dark on the corners here. That's what these lights are for. They light up the green screen, boom, it's all gone, beautifully well lit. So I did that. I got that set up. And I was like, cool. And while I'm in the settings, messing with things, connecting the light to the other light so that I can hit a button and they all turn on at once, cool, beautiful. I'm doing all of that. I figured, well, let's just keep going. There are sound bites that I wanted to add to the soundboard, right? I wanted to add the Patrick Ewing one. I wanted to add the Mike Breen Bang, like regular stuff, nothing too crazy. So I go into the settings. While I'm in the settings, I'm like, let's switch over and let's mess with the soundboard, with the audio interface. So I open up the audio interface for the first time pretty much all season. And this big giant thing flashes on screen. It's like, hey, we got a nice big update for this thing. And I was like, cool, great. If an update comes across your screen, you should probably update it, right? Update the software. So I hit update. It updates it. It's a big update. It's a giant firmware update. It completely bricks the machine. All of my setting and presets, gone. I don't know what happened. It's all gone. It's a completely different kind of looking interface. I don't know where. The way I set it up before is a completely different way you set it up now. So now I got to do research on how to reset up everything. So that's what I was doing yesterday. All day yesterday while I was freaking out. It was last night, by the way. It wasn't even like the whole day. It was last night. It was like 6 o'clock when this happened. I was just messing around with things, putting the lights up and everything. And I was like, this is terrible. This is a disaster. So I spent pretty much all night figuring out this new audio interface, which I still haven't figured it out, but I got it to a point where I'm like, this might work just for tomorrow. We're going to do this just for tomorrow. So what I'm going to do after today is then reboot this audio system, start from the beginning and reset everything up. That's where that is. That's where I'm at. I'm also very frustrated because, again, no soundboards. We couldn't even get in, come in, set the tone right, have a good time. We couldn't even do that. We couldn't even do that. Got no soundboard, got no sound bites. Nor, thankfully, I don't really use them throughout the game anyway. It's not integral to the show. But we do have the lights working. That was priority number 1. We got the lights working. But now, unfortunately, I have to mess with the audio interface here. But also, I hurt my foot. So I went jogging the other day. It's a nice day. The season is coming to an end. So I find myself with a little bit more time in my hands. So it was early in the morning. And I didn't have to go into work early. And I was like, you know what? Let's get back on track. Let's start getting back into shape. Summer's right around the corner, literally right around the corner. We're about to be in summer. I was like, man, let me get back in shape because we about to be at the beach. We about to be having a good time. Anyway, so I go for a run and I'm like, all right, cool. First day back, going for a run. And I went farther than I should have gone, knowing I was like, oh, it's my first day back. I should push myself. And of course, me being me, I push myself. And I go running longer and farther than I should. And my foot starts to hurt a little bit. Now I got errands I got to run throughout the day. So now I'm out and about. I'm running around. I'm going through these different stores. I'm walking through the stores. I'm walking around. And my foot's hurting. But I got stuff to do. So I just kind of walk on. I'm like, I'll worry about it when I get home, right? I'll put some ice on it, whatever. Yeah, I went running today. Yeah, I'll feel sore. My foot's sore. And then fast forward 2 days later, here I am. And I'm like, God, my foot still hurts. I pulled a muscle in my foot. So not only is all of my equipment and technology now faltering on me, but also now my foot hurts. And then the reason why I was late today, and this will be the end of my mini rant here. The reason why we're a little late to go live today is because I turn on the computer. I turn on all of the equipment. I try to turn on all the lights, but I'm hitting buttons on my control pad here, which controls everything. You can't see it, but I'm hitting buttons. The wire's too short, but I'm hitting buttons on my control pad here, which like boots everything up for me. And none of it is working. And I'm like, oh, great. Yeah. So I start panicking a little bit because I got to be live in like 5 minutes. So I'm like, all right, real quick, restart the computer. So I restart the computer and it comes up And it's taken forever to boot back up. And I'm like, okay, great. I guess I'll just be late today because it's taken forever to boot back up. So it finally boots up. And the control pad's still not working. And what I could have done, rather than restart the whole computer, because it's not the computer's fault, it's the control pad's fault, what I redo at that point is I unplug the control pad, plug it back in, and then it's got to reboot itself. So now I'm waiting even more for this thing to boot back up. And then it finally boots back up. It connects the way that I want it to connect. And now it works again. Cool. Great. And I needed the control pad because that's where we handle our scoreboard, which we'll get to in a second. We'll go over the bingo card here. We probably got like another 5 minutes, so we're good. Sorry for the early rant here that's got nothing to do with basketball, but man, have I been annoyed and frustrated, which should not be the case when we're here for a game 7. Right? Can be the case. Anyway, let's get into basketball. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me here tonight. Let's get ahead. Let's get into it. Also, wipe down my desk. Look at all this dog hair. My goodness, guys. All right, Sons just said super annoying equipment fails. It is ridiculously annoying because I had everything set up. Obviously, we've been streaming all season long every single day. So we had everything set up where I could just turn things on and all the presets are saved and we just boom, hit a button, boom, hit a button, and we're ready to go. Now all of a sudden today, it's like boom, hit a button, now that's not working, boom, hit a button, now that's not working. And then obviously I just talked about the crashing of the equipment last night when I'm setting new things up and I'm like, I should have just waited. And all of this because I just wanted to set up the new light. And it's a really nice light. I like it. It's nice. I might look to update this light at some point with that new one I just got. Oh, but here we are here today. Let's focus on basketball. Let's get to it. We have an incredible Game 7 here today. Now, we've had a couple of blowouts in this series outside of Game 1. Game 2 ended in a 9-point victory. And then Game 3, 4, 5, and 6 have all been double-digit victories where one team has mostly dominated the other. They haven't necessarily been huge blowouts, but one team has held the advantage for a majority of the night and then pulled through at the end, creating an even larger lead before the end of the game, right? So that's kind of where we are, where I think we're all sitting here for a Game 7 like, man, this better be a good one. You two guys better be in store. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Justice's dad, Isaiah Garner, Jason was popping, my guys. Okay. So, real quick, before we get to the bingo card, I did want to bring up the Mitchell Robinson news. Now that we got a couple people in here, I did want to bring up the Mitchell Robinson news. If you guys didn't see, there was an update on exactly what bone Mitchell Robinson broke, and it was his, I'm no doctor, I believe it was his 5th metatarsal, and that it was this bone right here. This bone right here. So it's more of a hand injury than necessarily a pinky injury. So it's not even entirely about tying these two fingers together and going out here. He didn't break this bone. He broke this bone, which goes into the pinky. Now, what I did read from a couple of doctors, sports doctors who are on the internet and whatnot, what I did see and read from them, and their interpretation of it was like, it's not like necessarily better or worse or anything like that, but it does make it easier to protect in the sense that they can really cushion the palm and wrap it around. So it's going to hamper and impact his ability to grab and squeeze the ball, which we expected anyway, because even if it was still the pinky, it's still going to affect his ability to grab and squeeze that basketball and grab offensive rebounds like that, or even get putback dunks or anything of the sort. But I think he'll be all right in order to play defense, and his impact is mostly felt out there by just his ability of being out there and getting his hand on the ball and keeping a possession alive, especially during these playoffs, rather than necessarily grabbing the offensive rebound and coming down with it. Now, hopefully, because he's had now almost a week of it healing where it's not a ton of pain. He'll still have to play through pain. It's not a ton of pain. He'll be able to play through it. And then hopefully as the series goes on, it'll heal a little bit more. And if we do happen, because I got Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise, if we do happen to go to games 5, 6, or 7, then hopefully he'll be that much more well-rested going into the next one, right? Jason said, Mitch, country strong, no worries here. He is country strong. He is the kind of dude to be working outside with his hands, in the sense, so he's used to, oh man, I hurt my hand, I'm working through it, right? He's used to that kind of thing. I agree with you. Tay Cowboys, Ruth Simpson, Lizzie, what's up, Lizzie? Appreciate you. Adani T, what's up, Adani? DB said, they just played a Wemby LA and he traveled his butt off. That's the NBA for you. That is the NBA for you. All right, so let's go over a bingo card. Let's get ready for the tip-off. I'll open this up so we have the game cache ready. Boom. I'll open this up so we have the box score ready. Boom. We can go through both. Beautiful. We are in Game 7, by the way. So winner of this series, we will find out who the Knicks are playing on Wednesday. Finally. It's literally been... The Knicks ended their series on a Monday, and we are here Saturday. It's almost been a week since we have just been sitting around waiting for this series to wrap up so we could even know who the Knicks are playing and start to figure out how exactly they match up. Now, obviously, we've talked about how they match up with both sides because, again, it's been almost a week at this point. But we will know officially by today, and I'm expecting a historic Game 7 between two juggernauts here out in the West. I can't wait for it. I'm ready to go. So let's start breaking down our box score. CEO King, what's up, CEO? Donnie said, I expect a big win by the Thunder. I could see a big win by the Thunder for sure. The Thunder have been very dominant at home throughout this series. They lost game 1. They haven't lost another game at home. So I'm expecting the young San Antonio Spurs to finally show their age. They've showed it a couple of times throughout this series and a couple of times throughout the playoffs, but it hasn't come back to bite them. Here today in a Game 7, most of these young Spurs players, their first Game 7 ever. While the Thunder, while they are also very young, they are also very experienced. Multiple Game 7s last year. They won the championship last year. And we know the routes they've had to take even before that, before they got to the point where they won a championship. So they've been in spots like this before. Let's see if they can figure it out after an absolute dominating win by the Spurs for Game 6 on Thursday. So let's see. Let's see what the Thunder have in store for us tonight, because ultimately I think it comes down to the two stars. When SGA plays well, the Thunder win, and normally the Spurs struggle. And Lizzie with the 200 joules. Appreciate you, Lizzie, for your generosity. Thank you for that, Lizzie. My goodness, appreciate your generosity. So I think this matchup will ultimately come down to 3 factors mainly. We could boil it down as simply as like the two stars versus each other and then the two role players versus each other, but obviously like which team plays well. So if we want to break it down even more closely, Christopher Baskerville, what's up, Chris? No J-Dub tonight. If they win, they have to save us without him as barbecue chicken. Very true. Very true. No J-Dub tonight, so no easy pickings for the Spurs. Mike Sleva, what's up, Mike? I just want to see some Knicks already. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I'm fiending for Knicks the same way I was fiending for the Knicks after the second round when they swept Philly and we had to wait 9 days for the start of the conference finals. We've had to wait 9 days again, almost 10, before we start the NBA finals after they swept their conference finals. So here we are, yet again, fiending for New York Knicks basketball. 419 Fragrance, what's up, Fragrance? You kept me knowing what's happening even at work, so thanks. For that, I'm happy for the Knicks, but I'm going for the Spurs to win tonight and go the distance. Okay, Fragrance, I see you, brother. Appreciate your support, big dog. Happy you're able to come in and hang out with us. Thank you for that, man. William Penn, what's up, William? Expect the refs to have a good Game 7. Hopefully the refs are not a factor at all. Bruce Sims said, feels like waiting 27 years. Yeah, man. It really does. It really does. Bruce Williams, what's up, Bruce? Thunder by 10, go Knicks. I could see it. I'll take Thunder by 10. That'll tell me that it's at least a decently close game, right? I'll take it. Again, let's go through our box score. We're at 8-10, so tip-off should be coming any second here. Let's run through it real quick. We have a failed challenge, as always, the normal basketball teams we normally have. Up here on the bingo card, we have Champagny for 3 threes. The role guys, you're going to have to shoot it well. Champagny, Vassell, both up here. Wemby for 30 points. We know the superstars got to show up. When Wemby plays well, the Spurs win. When he doesn't show up and play well, the Spurs tend to lose this series. He's had 3 really good games in this series, and the Spurs have 3 wins in this series. Right? Chet for 15 points. He has been MIA in this series, majority of it. They're going to need Chet Holmgren in a pivotal Game 7 to put his big boy pants on and go toe-to-toe with Victor Wembanyama. I'm not saying you got to put up the kind of performances that Wemby is because he's just not as good of a player, and we understand that. But, man, you got to show up and give me 15 points. I can't lower it any further than 15. It's as low of a bar as I could set, especially for a non-injured star player. Chet, show up, brother. You made the All-NBA team. This ain't good enough. You averaged dang near 20 points during the regular season. I'm only asking for 15 here in the playoffs. A Cheese God. What's up, Cheese God? You going to be showing the game or not? If I could show the game, I would, brother. But this is going to be our setup going through the game. We'll have the game cast down here, and we'll have our box score and everything, our scoreboard and everything up there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show the game. If I could, I would. Freeway Hustler, what's up, Freeway? Sons Jen said, OKC Freeway has no cars on it. True, probably. I've never been, but I could see it. We have 4-point play, shot clock violation, and goaltend, 2 consecutive missed free throws from the same player, as always, as we always do. Regular basketball props we have up here that we tend to hit. We have Harper for 12 points. After his Game 6 performance, could I raise it back up to 15? Nah, I'm just going to leave it at 12. If he hits it, he hits it. Cool. We have Caruso for 2 threes or 3 stocks. So he's either got to show up and knock down perimeter shots the way he has majority of the series, or he's going to have to lock it in on the defensive end. Either way, this is a testament to Caruso having a good game, and if Caruso has a good game, I could see the Thunder having a good chance of winning it. Castle for 20 points. Now, he hasn't been a huge scorer throughout this series, but I still think it's a pretty good bar to set for Steph Castle as kind of the second best player on this, not even kind of, the second best player on this team, especially with Fox hampered by the ankle. So Castle for 20 points to me is a more than fair number to expect from him. Best ball is what's up, best ball. If the refs actually let him play, I got Spurs. Keith Modeste, what's up, Keith? Susan said, with the Thunder at home, the refs are suspect. They can be. Absolutely. Vic P, what's up, Vic P? I can't believe Chet and Duran made third team over Cat. Yeah. Yep. Now, all we got to do is make sure that our guy Cat walks away with the championship this year, and I think we'll be all right with the trade-off. DB said, not good enough if Castle is number 2. Maybe, but Castle also had like 16, 17, and 9. 16, 9, and 5 in the last game with only 1 turnover. So he's more than capable of being a second-best player so far in this series, especially with a hampered Thunder team. They're down their second-best player with J-Dub and probably their 4th or 5th best player in A.J. Mitchell, right? And 2 of their 3 top ball handlers as well. So there's that. So we have a successful challenge, a travel. Is that the site? No, we had failed challenge. We have successful challenge, a travel as always. Keldon Johnson off the bench for 12 points. I mean, the guy won 6th man of the year. I can't expect 12 points out of Keldon Johnson off the bench. They need all the help they can get. Crazy, what's up, Crazy? I've noticed that these 2 teams took turns learning how to quit and pull out Knicks and 4. Knicks and 4 until proven otherwise, of course. We have any player for 3 blocks, which always feels like a lock with Wembanyama out there. We have Fox for 15. Again, I don't have a high expectation for him with him being hampered by the ankle injury, but I still got to have him up there for 15 points at least, right? Have a good game to Aaron Fox. He's been missing after his first game in return, which was game 2, I believe, or 3. I think it was game 3 returned. He had a good shooting game 3, hasn't had a good shooting series since. So if Fox can get back on the board and knock down some shots, it could really help him out. We have Kason Wallace for 12 points. He's in the starting lineup today for Jared McCain, so we'll see if that helps them out a little bit here today. He was really shooting it well in the previous game, but got stuck on 11 points, didn't score much in the second half, and then they waved the white flag in the fourth quarter. So we didn't see much of Kason Wallace. Here in the starting lineup, we'll see what he's got. To start the game, we have a logo 3, we have a double-double as always. Vassell for 3 threes. We just talked about him a little bit in reference to Champagny for 3 threes. The shooters have to come through for the San Antonio Spurs if they want to pull it off. SGA for 30 points. He had, 19 the other night, 18 the other night, something like that. Really rough shooting night. Didn't get to the free throw line. So if he can get to the free throw line, if he can knock down those mid-range shots, maybe a couple of threes. He has not been shooting the 3 ball well at all. Get himself close to 30 points, if not surpass 30 points, and pull his team to a victory here in this pivotal game 7. A tech foul, a jump ball, and then McCain for 12 points. He's going to be coming off the bench here today. But those secondary ball handlers and shooters for Chet Holmgren, down J-Dub, or for the Thunder, down J-Dub, down A.J. Mitchell. They need Kason Wallace, Caruso, and Jared McCain to step up pretty heavily. So here we go. Ready to go. Getting ready for the tip-off. Let's lock in. Let's get it going. So we also have our bingo card, which we did have up, but we had to restart the computer. So we'll open up our, okay. We'll open up our bingo card so we get edited as the night goes on. Boom, 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 boom. Getting ready for the tip-off. Where's my microphone? Here we go. Wemby versus Chet. I don't even know if Wemby's ever lost a jump ball in his career. Wemby wins yet another jump ball. To be expected. Here we go. Aaron Fox brings it down. We know the starting 5 for the Spurs. They did not change it, but we do have Kason Wallace in for Jared McCain in starting lineup for the Thunder here. Fox has it up top. A lot of pushing and shoving already to start the game. They're trying to get it to Wemby. He has to catch it out by the three-point line, being guarded by Hartenstein. Swings through to his right. Down the lane in the paint. Fall away jumper. Got it to go. Wemby starts the game with the jumper off glass. And I got to tell you, it's a great sign for Spurs fans there. Boom, 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 boom. We'll lower it down. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. 2-0 start with Wemby getting the first basket. They get it over to Holmgren attacking. Ball knocked out of his hands by Vassell. Picked up by Castle. Turning on the Jets. Euros down the paint. Kicks it out. Fox left corner. But he gets fouled. Castle gets fouled going to the basket. So it's going to be side out of bounds for the Spurs here because it was a pass. Sean Martin. What's up, Sean? When in doubt, flop like a trout. There you go. Darnell said 25 points for Wemby in the first quarter. That'd be an insane first quarter in a Game 7. His first ever Game 7. Castle has it up top. Going to run the pick and roll with Wembanyama. Coming to his right. Driving it down in the paint. Tried to throw the cross-court kick out past the Champagne. He gets knocked out of bounds by Dort. It'll stay here with the Spurs. Robert Klink said, I hope there's no injuries tonight. They will have no excuse losing to New York. Oh, they already got pre-built-in excuses, brother, but it's all right. All right, like every other team has had built-in excuses against New York. That's fine. Vassell down the lane, step back, baseline, pull-up jumper, rattles it in for Devin Vassell. I'll tell you what, in a hostile environment for these young San Antonio Spurs team, they come out calm, cool, and collected, getting to those mid-range jump shots so far. Let's see if they continue to fall down. SGA in the mid-range, pump fake spins, kicks it out the door, swings it over to Wallace, now over to Holmgren. He swings through to his right. He's going to step back. He throws up the baseline jumper, and he gets it to go down. Way to be aggressive, Chet Holmgren. Where has that been all series long? Castle pushing the pace the other way, going to the basket, layup, got it to go for Steph Castle. It gets ran over by Lou Dort. No fouls called, but it's 6-2. Dort pushing it over to Wallace, back to Dort. Dort gets it over to SGA, being guarded by Castle. He swings through to his right, driving it down in the lane, lost a hand on the ball. It's going to be out of bounds off of the Spurs. It'll stay here with the Thunder. That's some excellent defense there. It looked like SGA had an open lane of the basket. Just that's a, can you turn on subscribers only in the chat? I think it's possible, but I never even considered it. Why would you want subscribers only, brother? I guess to get more people subscribe and chatting. But I kind of like it free. Come in, talk to me, check out the vibe, and if you like the vibe, then you can subscribe. SGA, the step back, fall away jumper, midi, got it to go. If he can get to those mid-range jump shots, SGA can get back to being SGA. Spammers out here wilding. Oh, I got you with the spammers. Got you. Tammy, what's up, Tammy? Wemby driving it down in the mid-range, leaves it off. Castle in the lane, layup, got it to go. It might be something, I could look into it during the timeout break, brother. Might be something that you could only do before the stream starts, but I'll look into it real quick. Hartenstein has it up top, being guarded by Wembanyama, spinning to his right, hands it off to Holmgren. Holmgren being guarded by Vassell, coming to his left, driving it down, foul line floater over Wemby, too strong, can't get it to go. Good boxing out from the Spurs, but Fox just can't hold on to the ball. The rebound falls right into his hands. It slips out of his hands somehow. It winds up back in the Thunder. Lou Dort throws up a three, and he throws up an air ball, and it goes out of bounds, so it doesn't ultimately hurt them in the end. Just that, the spammers, I got you, brother. I'll check it out during our first breakage in time, our first stoppage in time. Wembanyama gets it over to Vassell up top. Hands it off to Wemby. Wemby coming to his right, dancing with it, crosses over, step back, over to Fox, lobs it down low to Wemby, and a two-handed hammer over Chet Holmgren. Wembanyama and the Spurs are getting it going early here in Oklahoma City. Case on Wallace up top, coming to his left off the screen. They swing it out to SGA, being guarded by Castle, coming to his left, step back, pump fake, spins, got nowhere to go, sees multiple bodies. They swing it up top. Lou Dort, the straightaway three. He throws up yet another brick. Wembanyama with a good box down and rebound over Hartenstein. He's pushing the pace off the rebound. He said, let me get it and go. Going all the way to the rim. Kicks it out Vassell, left corner three. He comes up short on it. It's SGA as the rebound. I was ready to pop off for that one. Amy Machua, what's up, Amy? SGA coming to his left, step back in the mid-range, pump fakes, out the door, jab step, taking the baseline. In the lane, kicks it over to Hartenstein. He lost a hand on the ball. Wembanyama comes over, knocks it loose, picks it up, bringing it down the other way, dribbling the ball, losing it, gets knocked to the ground by Cason Wallace, and the ball is going to go to the Spurs. And dominant defensive start to the game for the Spurs here. The High Vibe with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, High Vibe. He said, can't listen, Reggie Miller. Not 1 second, Chevy. Appreciate you hanging out with me, though, High Vibe. Appreciate you, brother. Jason said, Chev with the hezzy pop off. I was ready. It looked good, man. It just came up short. It looked good. I was ready to pop off for it. So the Spurs get the ball back, 8:20 to go in this first quarter. It's been a back and forth affair. No free throws yet. You love to see it. Castle with the step back foul line fall away. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Hartenstein. Here comes Caruso. He just checked in. They get it up top to SGA. Coming to his left. Bump off Champagny. Now coming to his right. Isolating up top against Champagny. Crossing over to his right. Down the lane. Stop. Turns over to Hartenstein. Puts up the floater just outside the paint along the baseline. He gets it to go down. He's been automatic with those all the series long. And they get it over to Wemby up top, being guarded by Hartenstein. They get it over to Champagny, back to Wemby. A lot of standing around for the Spurs on this possession, just trying to get into the hands of the right player. Now Fox up top, coming to his right, off a Wemby screen. They're hesitant to get out to him, and De'Aaron Fox knocks down his first three of the game. And it is huge to get De'Aaron Fox to shoot it well in this series. He has not shot it well after game 3. They go over to SGA, swings through to his right, which was his first game. SGA stepped back along the baseline, tries to get it out to somebody. It's stolen by Fox, read it all the way. He's going to stop. He's going to hesitate. He's going to swing it back out to Champagny, inside the Wemby, over to Fox, out to Vassell. Wide open straightaway three. Can't get it to go. Ready to pop off for these Vassell threes, man. Wide open, Devin Vassell. Beautiful ball movement, but they just can't get it to go down. And now here comes SGA bringing it down. He has it up top, picked up by De'Aaron Fox. SGA dancing with it, coming to his left, blowing past Fox in the lane, throws up the high floater, got it to go down for SGA over Wemby. Wemby didn't even really get a hand up there. And now Fox pushing it the other way over to Champagny. A left wing three from Champagny. No hesitation. He lines it up. And we're getting a back and forth game so far. It's 16-8, 8-point lead. We're approaching the halfway point. We got to expect a timeout soon. We usually get a timeout before the halftime. And then a pickpocket by De'Aaron Fox getting a steal on Caruso. And then Vassell down the lane. Can't get the layup. But Castle dropped in off the rafters. There's the timeout I was anticipating as the Spurs go up by 10 points in early portion of this game. First 6 minutes of the game, and the Spurs defense has been dynamically impactful here against this Thunder offense. They just don't really have a ton of options other than SGA go create something for us right now. My goodness. Can San Antonio punch their ticket to the NBA Finals in their first ever run with Wembanyama? Isaiah Gardner said, now Spurs are hooping. They are hooping, brother. The only guy not hooping right now is Devin Vassell. Brother, wide open, 2 wide open threes. Gotta knock those down. I'm ready to pop off of these threes, man. They look good. The basketball looks beautiful right now from San Antonio. They're hooping. Daniel Dash, what's up, Daniel Dash? Jonathan Martinez, what's up, John? Farm Boy TV, what's up, Farm Boy? All right, so I can take a look real quick to see if we can change this to subscribers only chat. Here on YouTube, you don't really have the a ton of settings for that stuff. I might have to go into the edit here. Details. Not in the details. Comments? Comments are wrong. That's comments, not chat. Where are the chat settings? Customization? Who can send messages? Subscribers. We turn it to subscriber mode. Subscribe for any duration. Okay. Subscribers only mode has been turned on. You can only send messages if you're a subscriber. There you go. There you go, Justice Dead. We'll try that out for here tonight. We'll try it out. We'll try it out. So we have 6:30 to go here in this first quarter. 18-8. 18-8. Raymond, what's up, Raymond? Farm Boy TV said, 10K pesos only friendly game with co-Philippine military too. Shout out Farm Boy TV. Appreciate you, brother. Dogcatcher said, I subscribe more than I chat most days. Appreciate you, Dogcatcher. Cindy Nevins, what's up, Cindy? Jason, let's go. They're hooping, man. They're hooping. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. How did the chatters get through? How did the spammers get through? How did the spammers get through? The subscribers only. AP with the very generous super chat. Appreciate you, AP. He said 1999 revenge with a question mark? It's looking like it. It's looking like it. Isaiah Garner said Vassell got hit his open shots. He started off the game. He knocked down a nice baseline jumper, and you're thinking, all right, the jump shot's calibrated tonight for pretty much everybody involved. And then he came out and break the next 2 threes. Well, he didn't break them. The first one, he came up short out of the corner, nice wide open look. Gotta knock that one down. The next one in transition, wide open right wing three. You gotta knock down the open one, Champagnie. Not Champagnie. He knocked down his open one. Vassell. So all 5 starters have scored already. We're going to sub out Fox and Wembanyama to get in Cornette and Harper here. The Thunder have brought in Caruso and McCain. So Holmgren goes to the bench and Dort goes to the bench. And Wallace has it up top, and we're bringing it down. We're back into it. SGA coming to his left. Sees a double team, kicks it out. Case on Wallace, wide open right wing three. Can't get it to go down. Harnstein, the offensive rebound. Come on, Luke Cornette. They kick it out. McCain, he quickly fires it up, comes up short. Long rebound over to Wallace. Back to McCain, driving the baseline, pulling back out on the other side. Over to Caruso, cross-court pass. Case on Wallace, left corner three, wide open. They finally got it to go down. 3 attempts on that possession. Got to snag a rebound. Never gave the Spurs that other basket, by the way. It's 18-11. Ahmed with a very generous 200 joules. Appreciate you, Ahmed, for the flow state. And then a response, Devin Vassell finally got the 3 to go, guys. He finally got the 3 to go. Oh, Caruso, beautiful in and out move right past Champagnie. Got the layup to go. Caruso is a big game player as well, so he's definitely going to have a good game here tonight. And now here comes Castle on the right wing. The Spurs trying to, goes right through the chest of SGA. Pump fakes, goes up, gets the layup and the foul for Steph Castle. What a strong, aggressive drive for Steph Castle there. He's going to the foul line 4-1 more. Can give them an 11-point lead. Holding on to the 10-point lead right now. And I'm not going to lie, mostly SGA here, looking a little, I don't want to say nervous, but like, oh man, like they're really taking it to us here. We'll see how the Thunder respond as the game goes on. MBM, what's up, MBM? Appreciate you. Castle knocks down his and one free throw. Jason said, get Cornette out of there. Don't even want to see him in. He has been pretty brutal throughout this series for sure. They did play well in the Wembanyama-less minutes the other night. They get it into Harnstein. They try to get it to Caruso, and it gets knocked loose. A turnover from Isaiah Harnstein. Harper's going to push it the other way as he picked up the loose ball. Castle, Vassell, left corner, pump fakes. He'll drive the lane in the paint. He'll kick it out. Champagnie, open corner 3. Oh, it's beautiful basketball in Oklahoma City, but brought to you by the away team, the Spurs here tonight. 27-13, McCain bringing it down, hands it off to Wallace. Wallace up top. This Thunder looking for an answer right now. The offense floundering out to McCain, driving it down against Champagnie. He slips and falls. He picks it back up to the rim. Wild scoop layup off glass. He got it to go over Cornette. Nice, beautiful drive by Jaron McCain right there. They needed the basket to go down desperately. And now here comes Harper down the lane, kicks it out to Champagnie up top, over to Castle, right wing 3 for Castle. They're trying to bomb away them here early. Caruso gets the rebound, gets a running start, out to SGA, one man to beat, and Champagnie sees a double team as they close it out to McCain, and McCain off the bench, instant offense, and they desperately needed Jaron McCain to show up. We get a San Antonio Spurs timeout. I'm loving it. The Thunder not going away quietly. McCain came in and he said, I got us. Let me hold us down real quick. 5 quick points for Jaron McCain off the bench. He came out firing. Ahmed also with the 10 joules. Appreciate you, Ahmed, for the gold coin. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your generosity tonight, guys. Ernest Cash with the Ernest. It doesn't matter who wins, the Knicks are next. Let's go Knicks. Absolutely, Ernest. Absolutely. I love it. Ozahar. What's up, Ozahar? AP said this is going to be the Greg Popovich finals. Old student Mike Brown versus new student San Antonio Spurs coach. You didn't even put his name in there, AP. Yes, Mitch Johnson is the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs right now. A very young coach. I think a lot of people expected San Antonio to maybe go the route of a like veteran laden coach who comes from the Popovich tree, like a Mike Brown. Maybe not necessarily Mike Brown, but like a Mike Brown. And so Mitch Johnson was the choice. He was the choice. And guess what? He's looking like a pretty dang good choice. He's looking like a pretty good choice here. Jane said, it's almost like the McCain guy's pretty good. Pretty good, man. He's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't give up on that guy in his second season here. Jared McCain, pretty good. Who would have thought it? Raymond said this game is going to be the ultimate 7th game of the playoffs. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Ahmed said, get the floppers out of here. Get the floppers out of here. Harnstein, 2 points, 3 boards. SGA with 4 points, 2 for 2 from the field, 1 rebound, 2 assists. He does have a couple of turnovers. We'll go through it. MBM said, very good coach. It's in his DNA. Yeah, son of a former NBA player. Always tends to turn out pretty good. Pretty good. Jane said, no time for flopping tonight. We're hooping. We haven't seen any flops, which is beautiful. I don't want that to turn into the story of the night, but as long as it doesn't show up, it doesn't have to be a talking point. Sons Jen said, Secret Base has a new video about Jose and CP3, and I recommend it. It's pro Jose. I mean, anything that involves a CP3 beef. Outside of Scott Foster, I don't know if CP3 is on the right side of history about with most of his beefs. But I'm definitely checking that one out. Always love beef history. Beef history is great. Beef history is great. I want to do something similar this offseason. Not necessarily like beef history, but like a deep dive into some NBA history stuff that I'm cooking up in the background here. Sons Jen said, it'll make you love Jose? Is it about when the Pelicans played them in the playoffs and Jose Alvarado was picking them up full court in the backcourt and everything, and pressuring a full court? I do remember that. But yeah, I'm watching as soon as the game is over. Thank you for the recommendation. I don't know. I didn't even know they were still doing beef history. AP said, Junior is Philadelphia. All they talk about is McCain. They're crying over that trade, as they should. I would be too. How dare you give away our second-year guard who was on pace to win Rookie of the Year in his first season and then hurt his shoulder? Freeway Hustler. I don't want a blowout. I want to see blood and cuts all over the court. If this could be like a nice, calm, triple, quadruple overtime game here tonight, going into the finals, I'd appreciate it. Here we go. We're back into it. Castle has it up top, being guarded by Caruso. Castle dancing with it, crosses over to his right, hesitates, blows past Caruso, pump fakes in the lane, hangs in the air, gets blocked by SGA, trying to snag the loose ball. J. Will dives on the floor for it, gets it out to SGA. Great defense there by the Thunder. They get it over to Holmgren, and then Keldon Johnson just rips the ball right out of Chet's hands. And then McCain chases down Castle to loose ball. People diving all over the floor. McCain ends up with it. Really sloppy play for both sides here. SGA down the lane, lefty floater. Can't get it to go down, but a foul is called, and SGA will go to the foul line for 2. There you go. Foul on Dylan Harper. Really sloppy play from both sides. Just some fantastic hustle players diving all over the court for these loose balls. Just got to be a lot more careful with the ball in your hands. Great effort by McCain showing the replay there to chase down Steph Castle. Was not aware that he was behind him. And then Chet Holmgren dives for it. McCain ends up back with it. And then it gives SGA a lane in transition there to get to the basket. Draws the foul. Wembanyama back on the court, by the way. Daryl Grand, what's up, Daryl? George Jones, what's up, George Jones? Sons Jen said, all that. It's an underdog story. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. SGA knocks down both of his free throws. It's a 7-point game. Quick 7-0 run here by the Thunder to pull it back within reason. It threatened to explode a little bit there. It was a 14-point lead for the Spurs, and now the Thunder are right back into it. Dylan Harper has it up top, dancing with it against Caruso. They get it to Wembanyama in the post, being guarded by J-Will. He faces up left wing. Deep mid-range pull-up jumper off the face-up. Barely grazes the rim. Loose ball. SGA able to snag it, saves it inside the McCain, and then bringing it down the other way. McCain up top, dribbling it out to SGA. SGA dancing with it against Fox. Swings it over to McCain. Catches, coming to his left, behind the back to his right. Struggling with the handle, kicks it back out to SGA. Shot clock down to 10, more than enough time to operate. Sidestep 3 for SGA. The three-point shot has been off. It continues to be off. But the long rebound snagged by J-Will over Wemby. They get it out to Holmgren. They get it out to Caruso. They get it back in the hands of SGA. Coming to his right against Fox. They swing it over to J-Will. No hesitation. 3. Comes up short on it. These open threes from the Thunder got to go down from the role players, man. They're loading up on Wemby. And now Fox gets it over to Vassell, who's not expecting the ball. Coming to his right, attacking off the Wembanyama screen, has it in the mid-range, puts up the foul line jumper, comes up short on it, rebounded by J-Will. They get it out to McCain. McCain will bring it down. Jaron McCain up top, hands it off to J-Will, hands it back off to McCain. Coming to his left off the handoff, puts up the three. Ooh, in and out, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Holmgren in the paint, draws the foul before the shot attempt, and it's going to be a foul on the floor, side out of bounds for the Thunder here. 2:30 to go. Bruce Fowler said OKC weathered that storm. They did. And sometimes, once you get to this level of the season, this level of the playoffs and everything, you got to weather the storms because these teams are so good that if they're locked in and they're executing to the degree that the Spurs were executing earlier in the game, they can go on those runs. So sometimes, and I say it all the time, you guys hear me say it all the time, you got to just absorb the punches, and then when you can, don't go down, and then you come back swinging. SGA up top, coming to his right, the Holmgren screen, lobs it down low to Holmgren, spins in the lane, kicks it out. Kenrich Williams just subbing in, fires up the three, comes up short, loose ball. Caruso dives on the court or flops and falls to the ground. But now here comes Fox, bringing it down the other way, out to Vassell, mishandled the pass, over to Dylan Harper. Going behind the back, across the baseline, pump fake, spins, steps through, scoop layup. Got it to go for Dylan Harper, the rookie finding a way. A seam, an alley, an open space just to get the scoop layup to go. Stephen McClellan, what's up, Stephen? Appreciate you, brother. SGA up top, being guarded by Keldon Johnson, down to his left, leans in, puts it up off glass, can't get it to go, looking for the foul, didn't get it. Vassell with the rebound, pushing it the other way, crossing over down the lane, high euro, floater layup, can't get it to go, but he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And SGA getting caught in the backcourt, arguing with the official for a foul call on grifting into the defender, jumping into Keldon Johnson there, wanting the foul. Let me see the Dylan Harper one. It looked like a travel to me. Yeah, it was a travel. That was a travel from Dylan Harper on the scoop layup, but they didn't call it. They don't call travels in the NBA. AP said, the Spurs look like a young team. How in the world are they favored to beat us? I don't know. They got this 7'7" alien freak on their team. And I think that has a lot to do with it. Lano Mona's what's up, Lano? Steve said, New York Knicks getting deep rest. Knicks in 7 no matter who wins tonight. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Show me that you could beat us. The Knicks have not lost in over a month, brother. Show me that a team show me that they're infallible. Show me that they bleed. Crazy, what's up, Crazy? Isaiah Garner, SGA just got a hoop, man. Stop trying to get a call. Just try and put the ball in the basket, and if you get the call, you get the call. You're in game 7, brother. SGA bringing it down against Vassell. Coming to his right off the Holmgren screen. SGA isolating, pulls it back, sees 2 defenders, swings it up top to McCain. They swing it over to Kenrich Williams. He'll drive the lane. He'll kick it out to Holmgren. Sidestep off the pump fake. Got nowhere to go. Shot clock went down. Out to Caruso. He's got to get busy. Pump fakes. Puts up the 3 off the pump fake. High arcing 3. Can't get it to go. Wembanyama the rebound. Out to Vassell. Pushing it the other way. It's 31-20. A little over a minute to go. Vassell spins in the lane, gets caught in the air. They swing it around. Extra passing. Champagny throws it to nobody after hitting the pass fake. You can't hit a pass fake, Champagny, and then look to pass it after the pass fake. Conrad got bans. Appreciate you, Conrad. Appreciate you, brother. Conrad said, man, trade Chet. He's booty cheeks. Maria, what's up, Maria? I desperately need Spurs Knicks in the finals. As a Spurs fan, rather lose to you than to those guys. Anybody but the floppers, right, Maria? Anybody but the floppers, I'm on your side. I'm with you. I'm with you. I think the NBA world is rooting against the Oklahoma City floppers. They got to change the name and the logo. Hartenstein up top, hands it off to SGA. Coming to his left, being guarded by Castle. SGA sees multiple bodies yet again inside the Hartenstein in the paint. Kicks it out to Caruso, a 3 over Champagny. Comes up short on it. But right there is Kenrich Williams for the tip up and in as he was trying to be boxed out by De'Aaron Fox, and Fox is just too small for Kenrich Williams. Greg William, appreciate you, Greg. Hope you're having a good time. Thank you for that, brother. They get into the paint. They kick it out to Castle. Up top to Wembanyama. He's going to pump fake, swing to his right. Looking for the foul. He does get the foul. Foul on the floor. Hartenstein extending the arms out. Wembanyama hitting the swing through up in the air move. Hate those foul calls, but Hartenstein did have the 2 hands on him. Don't love that foul call. I wish they would just say play through that contact there. Let me see the replay on it. Ooh, Wembanyama's left arm hit Hartenstein in the face. I don't know if that's a foul on Hartenstein. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if that's a foul on Hartenstein. Are we getting a challenge here? He is challenging this for sure. Suba said, check your volume, Shuppy. It's a little choppy. Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. Other people did say that as well. But if I lower it a little bit there, is that any better? Is that audio any better like that, guys? You can get ahead, let me know. I lowered the volume just a little bit, just the volume on that. AP said, I'm sorry, Isaiah Hartenstein looks funny in the Thunder jersey. He doesn't look right. I agree with you. Greg Williams said, Knicks get more tough on the Spurs because they will try and do it to the Knicks. Ram Jam with the Ram Jam. I believe Spurs will advance. I picked them in 7. I had the Thunder in 6. But I'm not surprised we're at this point right now. The High Vibe said, tonight, Chef, any foul in the Spurs is the right call. And any non-foul in the Spurs is the right call. AP said, the OKC referees. That's a good challenge by Dagnall, by the way. I do think that this will be a successful challenge. It should be. Crazy said, you good? Appreciate it. Again, let me know, guys, if there's anything messy with the audio. If you missed it earlier in the show, I talked. Might be a wire connection, but I'm not going anywhere. So if you missed the like opener of the show, Supa, I went through it. My audio interface exploded yesterday, so I worked all last night trying to fix it before the game today, so we could at least go live. So after tonight, I got it to a point where I was like, okay, it's usable. It's usable, right? The audio should be good enough. But what I'm going to end up having to do is factory reset the entire audio interface and start from scratch again. It's a successful challenge, and it's an offensive foul on Victor Wembanyama, and I do agree with the call. That is the correct call, in my opinion. That off arm came up from Wemby, hit Hartenstein in the face, and any contact from Hartenstein I thought was pretty marginal. Pains me to say. Somebody was given a tech. So there was a technical foul as well. We could update the bingo card with that as well. Oh, no, we don't have tech foul up here, right? Do we? Oh, we do have tech foul. We do have the technical. So there was also a technical called on that play. So the ball will go back to the Thunder, but the Spurs will get a free throw out of it, and Wembanyama will still go to the foul line for one free throw here. And he'll knock down his one free throw. But we got 2 spots filled in on that one challenge right there. Freeway said, Chet is good, but I always thought he was overhyped a la Evan Mobley. He's much better than Evan Mobley, obviously. But look here, the reason is he's 22 years old. He's 7'7", and he's going to be an MVP candidate for years to come as long as he can stay healthy, right? So we could say he's a bit overhyped and whatnot, but he's here. He has arrived. He's just got to be more consistent. And at only 22 years old, you got to expect he will be more consistent. Jared McCain off glass, can't get it because he was driving to the rim, but a foul is called, and we're going to start getting a lot of these little ticky-tack fouls here. Chicken Feed, what's up, Chicken Feed? James Sumler, what's up, James? So it's still slide out of bounds. They called it before the shot attempt. They get it out to Wallace, now coming to his left off the handoff from Hartenstein in the mid-range, kicks it on to McCain, a deep straightaway 3, man. He's feeling it. Jared McCain not afraid of the moment. 8 points off the bench for Jared McCain. Wemby did hit the free throw. So it's 32-25 here. It's a 7-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs here. Wemby driving to his left, step back in the corner to Fox. Quick cash and fire to the corner, comes up short. Rebounded by Wallace. He's pushing the pace the other way. Throws up the half-court heave over Wemby. And he can't get it to go. But what a rally to end this first quarter here. Where would they be without Jared McCain? 3 for 6 off the bench. Incredibly aggressive. I love it for McCain. I love that. Conrad got banned, said Thunder should trade Chet for a higher pick in the draft for Yaxo or Cam Boozer. Neither of those guys are even close to the defender that Chet Holmgren is. And they might have somebody on par with Yaxel in the back, and his name is Thomas Torber that they took in the draft last year. That is essentially redshirting his rookie season because I believe it was a torn ACL, and he's just not going to play at all. Hasn't. Not that he's not going to, because the season's over. He did not play at all during his rookie season, so he'll be available for them next year. We'll see what he has. They're not trading Chet Holmgren, brother. Isaiah Gardner said OKC has more bench points than the Spurs. That's a problem. It's the first quarter. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, in a game 7 like this, that could hurt them, of course, but game 7, I'm relying on my starters. I'm looking at Wemby. I'm like, you got to give me 40, at least 40. I'm looking at Castle. I'm looking at Vassell. I'm looking at Champagny. I'm telling them, you better be ready to play 40 plus here tonight. And Castle and Vassell and guys like that, I'm looking at you for 44 at least. At least. I'm relying on my starters, my best players. And if you got it going, how do the spammers keep getting through? We changed it to subscribers only, and the spammers are getting through. But the bench points are mostly coming from Jared McCain. Off the bench, he's been superb, phenomenal. Robert Klink said, good first quarter, go San Antonio. Yeah. Isaiah Gardner said, Castle and Wemby is hooping. They are. Ahmed said, you good? Everything sounds good as long as you get us to the finals and through the finals. Hopefully we get there, brother. Joseph said, NBA hasn't had back-to-back champions in a long time. 7 years, almost a decade. 7 years. This is the 7th season. They can get it. I'm rooting for the Spurs. I love having, it's not even just back-to-back champions, by the way, Joseph. It's a brand new champion throughout these past 7, right? We go back to Warriors in 18, Raptors in 19, Lakers in 20, Bucks in 21. I guess Warriors in 18, so we have to start Raptors 19, Lakers 20, Bucks 21, Warriors 22, 23 was Denver, 24 was, who won after Denver? Who won 24? Who won the 24 championship? So the Thunder won it last year, and then the year before that, the Celtics won it. So 7 different champions. It's not just like, oh, the Celtics won it 1 year, and then the Thunder won it another year, and then Denver won it another year, and then the Celtics won it again, and then maybe the Denver won it again, or anything like that. 7 years. Christian Blaze said, Boston. Come on, Chevy. Brother, I tried to erase it from my memory. That was a terrible finals, Christian. That was a terrible finals. That was Boston versus Dallas. I had no rooting. As a matter of fact, I was rooting for both teams to lose, Christian. I was rooting for both of you guys to lose. I couldn't root for Dallas because of the egregious tanking, stole the Knicks draft pick that they owed, gave it back to them, and then obviously can't root for Boston. So I was rooting for both of the teams to lose. But I remembered. I didn't have to read the chat for it. I remembered. SGA knocks down the step back mid-range shot to start the second quarter here. Let's lock back in. Rob P, what's up, Rob P? William Penn, what's up, William? Appreciate you, brother. Dylan Harper up top being guarded by Wallace to get it over to Castle, coming to his right in the mid-range, kicks it out to Dylan Harper, a straightaway 3, he's open, he got it to go down. Dylan Harper is going to have to match Jared McCain's production so far here tonight, and back up by 8, the San Antonio Spurs go, holding Oklahoma City an arm's distance away. They get over to SGA, who has played the entirety of the game so far, has yet to sub out. I love it. SGA, step back, baseline, pump fakes, inside the Harnstein, shovels it out to Caruso, wide open straightaway 3, in and out, can't get it to go, rebound, Tried to be grabbed by Wemby, but Harnstein picks up a foul, grabbing and holding on to Wembanyama there. So the ball is going to go to the Spurs. Christian Blaze said, I feel you. I'm rooting heavy for the Spurs or OKC versus New York Knicks. Rooting for OKC over the Knicks? You can't root for the floppers, brother. Anybody but the floppers. You can't root for the evil empire. Jason said, these young cats are hooping. Yes, they are. Ruzande, what's up, Ruzande? Dylan Harper in the lane, kicks out the Castle up top. Castle swings it over to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, inside pass to Barnes. Barnes in the paint, being guarded by Holmgren. Spins, kicks it out. Castle will fire up a contested 3. In and out, halfway down, can't get it to stay. McCain with the rebound. I love the way McCain has been playing tonight. McCain looks awesome. He's driving it down, spinning to his right in the lane, kicks it out to Caruso. And tonight is not the night for Alex Caruso to suddenly forget how to shoot the basketball again. They get it over to Harnstein. Harnstein up top, coming to his left, hands it off to Holmgren. Holmgren coming to his right, being guarded by Barnes. They kick it out to McCain, coming to his left, driving down in the paint, leans in, step back, baseline, pull up, comes up short, can't get the friendly bounce, battle for the loose ball rebound, and Wembanyama this time gets hit with the foul call, holding on to Harnstein, battling down low. Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? Get iHeart and these floppers up out of here. I don't want to face them, and they aren't good for basketball. No, they are not. No, they are not. I do think it's getting a little overblown, just a smidge overblown. with all the flopping stuff. But hey, they are the ones who put themselves in this position. So I don't hate it. Case on Wallace in the lane, leaves it off for Harnstein. One dribble floater, got it to go for Isaiah Harnstein. Man, those floaters are automatic. Here come the Spurs bringing it down the other way. Dylan Harper has it up top. Harper coming to his left off the Castle screen. They lob it up top to Castle in the paint. Kicks it out Barnes. Wide open right corner three. Harrison Barnes, which they got. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Champagny. And it's a loose ball foul on Julian Champagny. And I tell you what, in a Game 7 situation, I'm just not going to trust Harrison Barnes. I'm not going to lie. I know he's an older vet who's been in this situation before, but not after those Warriors years, man. Can't trust it. Here come the Thunder bringing it down. They get it over to Harnstein. Loose ball, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Thunder. Not, what's up, Not? Anthony G&T said, that whooping we got 99 needs to be avenged. Yeah, it does. Not said, who would you want the Knicks to play against? Both teams are good. I don't really care ultimately because I think the Knicks are playing that well, but the Knicks do match up significantly better against the Spurs than they do against the Thunder. Christian said, Spurs look slightly better, but no team seems up to speed with the Knicks. I'm just sick to admit that. I think these teams will have very good games against the Knicks. I don't think either of these teams will get swept. My mentality is Knicks and 4 until proven otherwise. McCain, a step-back jumper off the back rim, and he gets it to drop down, getting the Halliburton bounce. Jaron McCain and Fuego here. 4 for 8 from the field for 10 points, and they needed every single one of them. We got a 4-point game. Fox down the lane in the paint, throws up the floater. Got it to go down for De'Aaron Fox. And they're getting production out of Fox offensively here, which is huge. Brian Paul, what's up, Brian? He said, I subscribe, but I cannot see my messages. Throw them back in the chat, Brian. Throw them back in the chat. You got to subscribe first. They get it over to Harnstein. Harnstein, another deep floater. Can't get that one to go down. Dylan Harper, the rebound. Carter Bryant and Chet Holmgren falling all over each other. No fouls called. I like it. Get up and play basketball. They swing it over to Wemby. Wemby in transition for 3. Got it to go for Victor Wembanyama. And it's a 9-point lead. And a timeout is called by the Spurs. Called by the Thunder, excuse me. Sensing the moment. And Fox and Caruso meet up at the half court there. Talking with the officials as well. I said, a good thing Philly didn't need McCain. Yeah, I mean, who could have guessed that the second-year guy coming off of a shoulder injury during his Rookie of the Year campaign, where he was on pace to win Rookie of the Year. Dib Keith, what's up, Dib Keith? Who would have thought that maybe we should hold on to that guy and see what he has? Who would have thought? Keenan said, because Dagnall ain't no Atkinson. Nope. They will actually be in store for a tough competitive game, and the Spammers still somehow getting through, y'all. Somehow still getting through. Brian Paul. Appreciate you, Brian Paul. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us here tonight. AP said Fox stepped on the line. He did. They showed the replay there before going to halftime. Stepped on the out-of-bounds line. But you know what? Maybe don't... He should have been called out of bounds, but, maybe don't get caught on his hip and give him a wide-open lane to the basket either. Then you wouldn't have to trust on him, rely on the refs calling him out of bounds, which they should have been able to call him out of bounds. Keno Hart said, what spammer? I must have blocked them. No, it's like these automatic bot spammers that come in and try to throw links in the chat. I don't know how to get rid of that stuff. I'll look into it. Isaiah Garner said, Jared didn't fit Philly's team because he's been in OKC system, to be honest. Yeah, I know, but he's in his second year of his rookie contract, brother. Like, even if he doesn't fit on your team, maybe don't trade him for a first overall, for one first pick. That's not even great. It's the Rockets pick. You know? Bruce Fowler said, Chevy says playing from behind takes a toll. It does take a toll. It does. Clyde says that too. And that's who I got it from. And he's 100% correct. There is a ton of energy that goes in when playing from behind, man. Sons Jen said, I keep manually zapping the spammers. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I really do. I'm gonna have to just look into it. How do you block the spammers? How do you keep them out of your chat? I don't know. Jason said, traded a ham sandwich for with no chips. Yeah. Yeah, they traded Jaren McCain and got nothing in return. Like, listen, you want to trade Jaren McCain because you have VJ Edgecombe and you have Tyrese Maxey and you're like, I don't know if he fits there. Fine. Trade him. That's fine. But you traded him for a Rockets first-round pick. That's not really going to get you anything. In that first-round pick, you're going to be hoping to get a player that's half as good as Jared McCain. Maybe you just hold on to him for another year or two and then look to trade him, when he's got some value and you're looking for another player or something, Sonny Jen said, before me, there was Justice and Mark with very quick thumbs. Yeah. As the chat continues to grow, we're going to have more mods, man. Keno Hart said, I think you have very attentive mods. That's the method. True. There's got to be a method. There's got to be some kind of setting I could have, though. Not said, don't worry, everyone has the same problem with the spam link bots. Yeah, it sucks. Freeway said, you ain't got spammers, then you ain't doing something right. Maybe true. Amy said, how are you going to get more than McCain in one pick? Yeah. I mean, even if you think he doesn't really fit your team moving forward, you kind of keep him on the team. He's on his rookie contract still. Cason Wallace picks up his hand. They get over to McCain. McCain being guarded by Harper. Coming to his right. Crossing over to his left. Down the lane. Spins to his right in the paint. Kicks it out to Caruso. Down in the paint. Goes up. Lefty layup. Throws up an air ball. J. Will right there. Snags the rebound and throws it up and in. Luke Cornett, where are you, brother? I know you were out on the perimeter guarding, I believe, Holmgren. Yeah. SGA off the court for the first time so far here tonight. Finally subs out, played the whole first quarter, majority of the start of the second quarter. Fox in the paint, kicks out to Carter Bryant, back up top to Champagnie. Champagnie gets it back to Carter Bryant. They get it out to Fox. Fox with 5 on the shot clock. Rhythm dribble, pull up 3 straight away. In and out, can't get it to stay. Fight for the rebound. Cornette can't get to it. Cornette is just awful, I'm not going to lie. He is truly horrendous out there. They get it over to Cason Wallace, crosses over on Harper, step back left wing 3. Can't get it to go, goes over the backboard out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Spurs. That would have went on the highlight reel. And here comes SGA, a quick rest. A quick rest for SGA. Get him back out there. Again, it's a game 7. Season on the line here tonight. Keenar said, Cornette looked good all season until he ran into a good team. That tends to happen. Cornette having not even no impact in the game, negative impact in the game. They see Luke Cornette and they're like, oh, delicious down there. It's so easy. They get rebounds. They get paint touches. They get rim attempts. Fox coming to his right off the Cornette screen to get it out to Vassell. Back to Fox. He's going to pump fake, drive in the lane in the paint. Ball knocked out of his hands. Finds its way out to Dylan Harper. Swings through to his left down the lane. Tries to go to the rim for the dunk. Gets blocked by Chet Holmgren. And that's why you don't trade Chet Holmgren. Caruso to the lane. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go down. No fouls called. Carter Bryant with the rebound. Good hustle from Cornette to contest the layup by Caruso there. They get it inside. Carter Bryant to the rim. Layup. Got him to go down for the rookie Carter Bryant. What a finish amongst the trees. And it's back to 9 it goes. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Driving to his right. SGA dancing with it, coming to his left. Spinning to his right in the lane. Ball knocked out of his hands, but fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. And it's all, for the Spurs, it's all about surviving the Wemby-less minutes. And for the Thunder, it's all about taking advantage of the Wemby-less minutes. Joe said, I thought J. Will was out. No. So there's J. Will, which is this guy. Big man J. Will, and then there's J. Dub, which is their second best player, their wing. Both of them are named Jalen Williams, but there's J. Will, big man J. Will, and then there's J. Dub, which is the wing guy who's out. Ruzande said, who's going to be officiating the finals? Please tell me it's not Scott Foster. It's a rotating group of what they consider the best officials in the league, so we'll probably see some Scott Foster. We'll probably see some Tony Brothers, unfortunately. Bruce Fowler said, OKC is clearly looking outmanned those injuries. Yeah. SGA misses 2 in a row. He's normally a knockdown free throw shooter, but he fills in our board for 2 consecutive missed free throws, wherever it is, up here. Whoa, filled it in already. They throw the lob up top to Cornette. Can't get the dunk to go down, but he gets fouled by Chet Holmgren, and Cornette will go to the foul line for 2. Does that count as a shot attempt? They have not been giving free throws to these lob attempts, but that one was, I guess, technically a shot attempt because he caught it and tried to throw down. And that's not a foul on Chet Holmgren to me. I think that's just a great contest from Chet Holmgren. I don't think that's a foul. I think the Spurs get away with one there, and Cornette will be at the foul line for 2 here. Got to take advantage. Kay Hazy said Shea's in his own head. Cornette knocks down the first free throw, giving them the 10-point lead. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. I mean, sometimes that's all it takes is just to get a guy uncomfortable with his shot mechanics because he's trying to shoot over the defense or whatever the case may be, shoot off balance. And once you start throwing your mechanics off like that to try and shoot over the defense, now everything feels off. Now normal jump shots that normally go in for you are not going in as often. 7 minutes to go. Cornette knocks down both. It's an 11-point lead. Wallace hands it off to SGA. SGA pull back, pull up three. Got to go. Beautiful move for SGA. Overplayed by, I believe that was Carter Bryant there. Got left in the dust. And a timeout for the Spurs here. Pretty good timeout. I like it. Use them up. We're approaching the halfway point of this second quarter here. Christian said, I'm surprised he caught the lob. He didn't really catch the lob. He kind of caught it a little bit with the one hand and controlled it. Robert Klink said, I think experience from last year will help the Knicks this year. Oh, for sure. For sure. Keenan Hart said, Shea spending too much mental energy practicing his flopping versus free throw shooting. It might be getting to him a little bit, man. I genuinely think those flopping chants out in San Antonio are getting to him, and now the social media blitz on SGA is really getting to him. I genuinely think it's getting to him a little bit. Now, look, we can say all that we want. He's got 11 points on 4 for 6 shooting. So it's not like he's not hooping still. He's still phenomenal. And I think that's the most frustrating part about watching SGA fall to the floor on every other shot he takes and then whine to the officials that he wants to foul call. It's like, brother, you're too good for that. You're too good for that. Look how good you are at basketball. Why are you doing that? You know? AP said, I might have to watch the NBA Cup game later again. It might be necessary viewing, right? It might be necessary viewing going into the finals. Sons Gem said, I got a league pass for the first time ever this year to watch the Knicks. It was coming. There you go. There you go. League pass, not the greatest. But kind of necessary if you really want to watch the league, right? DB said, I like Dylan, but I'd sue him too. Oh, for sure. He had to be sued. Now, it's not him. He's just a part. He's not being sued. It's not his board game. He was just a part of the advertising. But, you know. Jane said, gonna watch 99 over again to get my hate up. There you go. There you go. Gotta breed the hate. You know, I said, I'm gonna say if we beat the Spurs, then the in-season tourney banner can go up. I hope it does. I hope it does. I hope they win the finals, and then opening night next year, they are raising the NBA Finals banner. No. They raised the in-season cup banner first. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. We won the NBA Cup last year. Yeah, right. Let's raise that banner now. And then they raised the Eastern Conference Finals Championship banner. And everybody's like, hey, yeah, we did do that. We swept the Cavs. Heck yeah, finally, we did it. First time in 27 years. And then they raised the NBA Finals banner. And then the celebration will truly commence. Well, at that point, the celebration will truly die down because then we got to get back to business for basketball next year to run it back. But we'll wait until then. Bruce Palace said, wow, League Pass. Share the password with Sheffy? The password? I got an NBA League Pass. I kind of like it, AP. I love League Pass in the sense that I get to watch any basketball game I want. I hate League Pass because I think it's a horrible website and a horrible streaming service. Like the quality of the games, the quality of its interface sucks. I think it sucks. Sons Gen said, those jerks make you sign in every time with a password check. That's what I'm saying, Sons Gen. Absolutely that too. Now, I did, because they are, who are they paired with? Is Amazon Prime. You can pair your League Pass account with your Amazon Prime account on Amazon Prime. So what I did was I canceled my League Pass account, and then I reopened my League Pass account on Amazon Prime. And then it's a little bit better through Prime, but you still run into similar issues. Here we go. We're back into it. They get it to Wemby. Wemby, high post, being guarded by J. Will. Faces up. Jab step. Coming to his left. Blowing past the defense in the paint. Reverse layup. Can't get it to go down. Rebounded by Holmgren. They get over to SGA. Pushing the pace. SGA stops. Coming to his left. Pulls it back out. Being guarded by Champagnie. Driving to his left. Behind the back. Crosses over. In the mid-range. Over to J. Will. Baseline jumper. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Wemby. It's going to stay here with the Thunder. Freeway said, you can do that on YouTube as well. You used to be able to do it on YouTube, Freeway. That actually was my initial intention, was to do it on YouTube. You can no longer do it on YouTube because they're no longer a YouTube TV partner. They're now an NBA and Amazon Prime partner. They get over to SGA. SGA pump fakes, puts up the jumper, can't get it to go. No foul called. They swing it back to SGA, splits the defense down the lane in the paint, two-handed slam. That's more like it, SGA. Stop falling to the floor, brother. Get to that basket. You're too good for that. Castle will bring it down the other way. 13 points for SGA here tonight. Castle coming to his right off the screen, spins, kicks it out to Wembanyama, swings it over to Champagny, left wing three, he's open. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. J. Will skies for the rebound, they get over to Dort. Dort pushing the other way. He's going to be picked up by Castle. They get it over to Wallace. Wallace over to J. Will. They get over to SGA, being guarded by Champagny. SGA up top, 5:30 to go here. Spurs climbing their way back into it, crosses over on Champagny, Euros in the lane, leaves it off for Holmgren, goes up, gets blocked from behind by Champagny, but fouled, and Chet Holmgren go to the foul line for two. And now SGA is getting his game going, folks. He is getting his game going. You love to see it. He's hooping. He's hooping. Crossing over out in the perimeter, getting into the lane, drawing the defense. Suns Gen said, I like Brunson from Dallas. I love McCown. I really like Cat, so it was easy to commit to. There you go. There you go. Very likable team. Very likable team. Chet Holmgren at the foul line for two. Misses a free throw. Oof. Man, these missed free throws for the Thunder. And SGA feeling confident now, clapping it up, telling his team, we got it. We're good. We're in here. It's a 6-point ball game. We're back in. There you go. There you go. Jason said, yes, sir. Let's see the Stars get busy tonight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wemby with 8-3-1. You're going to need more from Wemby. SGA getting it going. 13-2-3. He's hooping. Chet Holmgren misses 2 free throws in a row. 4 straight missed free throws. 2 from SGA, now 2 from Chet Holmgren. And J. Will picks up a foul against Wembanyama there. Thunder in the bonus for the final 5 minutes and 20 seconds here. Keenan Hart said, come on, Wemby, match the intensity. 3 for 5 from the field from Wemby. I think he's been fine. I think he's been okay. He's knocked down a couple of shots, obviously. 3 for 5 from the field. But SGA's getting it going. Very aggressive. Going to need the see the Spurs match it. Castle has it up top, driving to his right, putting his head down, attacking in the lane, layup off glass, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Castle. It's going to go back to the Thunder. And here come the Thunder. Here they come, folks. Here comes SGA pushing it the other way, picked up by Castle. SGA coming to his right. Champagny switches onto him. He's found the matchup. He wants to attack. He crosses over again. Foul line pull-up jumper. Comes up short. Gets the friendly bounce, though. He's found the matchup. It's taken him 7 games, but he found it in Champagny. Now he's going to attack. He's in full attack mode now. Harper coming to his left off the Wembanyama screen. Harper pulls it out all the way back out. Swings it over to Vassell. Swings through to his right, taking the baseline in the paint. Wild reverse layup, can't get it to go. Castle with the rebound, and he lays it up and in. I would consider taking out Champagny here. They swing it over to J. Will inside to Dort. Leaves it back off for J. Will. Floater got it to go. Beautiful playmaking and ball passing and passing overall from the Thunder there. We got a 4-point game, 9-2 run for the Thunder to crawl back into it. Harper coming to his left, swings it over to Wembanyama, up top, being guarded by J. Will. Wemby calling for a screen, calling for some ball movement. Wemby, jab step, coming to his right, leans in, looking for the foul, doesn't get it. Love the no call. They swing it back out to Wemby. Wemby lines up a 3 now, comes up short on it, doesn't get the friendly bounce there, picked up by Caruso. I love not rewarding these guys jumping into the defenders, looking for foul calls. They're not giving it to SGA. They didn't give it to Wemby there. I love it. Go get me a basket. SGA, step back, pump fake. Over to J. Will, back to SGA. SGA on the left wing, being guarded by Champagny. Again, he loves this matchup. Rhythm dribble, step back, jumper. He got it. He's cooking, folks. He's in the building. He has arrived. And now here comes Dylan Harper. Harper up top. 17 points, 11 of them coming in this second quarter period here for SGA, who's only sat for about a minute here tonight. He has played almost the whole game. They get over to Wemby, jab step down the lane in the paint floater. Can't get it to go down yet again, looking for a foul. Didn't get it. They get over to Caruso. Caruso bringing it down, crosses over, pulls it back out, gets it out to SGA. Get it to the hot hand. Your star coming through when you need it most. 2-point game. They show a double team. They swing it over to J. Will, over to Caruso. Caruso in the paint. Dribbling it back out. Shot clock winding down. Coming all the way out. Tries to hand it off to SGA. It's a turnover. Wemby hit ahead to Castle when the paint goes up. Gets grabbed to the ground. And it's going to be 2 Free throws for Castle. And Castle very upset with the hard foul by Caruso, pulling him down to the floor. Niall Dimitri with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Niall. And Castle pleading with the officials to go look at it, saying Caruso didn't just grab me. He grabbed me and pulled me down to the floor. I think this is going to be a common foul. See the replay on it. Grabs him there. I think this is going to be a common foul. I get being upset. Sons Jen said dirty. Amy said he did grab him and pull him to the floor. He did. He did. Looking at it in slow motion, it looks rougher than it did in full speed, I think. I could see it being a flagrant. I'd lean on the side of like, hey man, that's just a hard foul. I get it being a flagrant because it is a little bit of a reckless play, yanking a guy out of the air. I could see that. Keno Hart said Harper immediately controlling his teammates, such a non-rookie act. Yeah. I mean, it's a normal basketball thing. You've been doing that since high school, making sure your teammate doesn't go crazy. Jason said, I respect no breakaway layups in the playoffs with hooping. That's what I'm saying, too. I'm with you on that one, Jason. I don't think it was overly aggressive. Call stands. Common foul. I agree. I mean, if he doesn't hold on to him there, that's probably an and one for Castle. He's probably powering through the contact there. And showing the replay even in slow motion on this angle here, Caruso grabs him, and then the second he shoots it, he takes his hand off and then tries to, corral him from hitting the floor too hard out of the air. Good no flagrant foul there. Regular common foul. It's a hard foul for sure. It's on that borderline. It's on that edge. It's right on the line of hey, man, if maybe he pulls him a little bit harder, that's a flagrant. But I think that was perfectly fine, hard foul from Caruso. It hurts. And if you're Steph Castle, you definitely take exception to it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a flagrant. Amy said it's really dangerous. It can be dangerous, but basketball is a contact sport. A lot of it's dangerous. Freeway said he did grab him. It's a flagrant. He made no play on the ball. He kind of did make a play on the ball. He hit him on the arm, held the arm so that he didn't get the end one. That's a basketball play. Castle splits the free throws. 47-44, 3 minutes to go here. Caruso bringing it down, being guarded by Fox. Caruso dancing with it. Gets it over to SGA. SGA high post, being guarded by Castle. Jab step mid-range jumper. He's feeling it. He's got it to go. 47-46. 1 point game. The way the Spurs came out earlier to start the game, it felt like maybe they were going to try and pull away from it here in Game 7, but the Thunder roaring right back. Fox a spin off of Caruso, fall away jumper, got it to go. Getting production out of De'Aaron Fox, getting the jump shot to go down is huge for the Spurs here tonight. He has been MIA the last couple of games after that Game 3 return. Dort a little mid-range pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. SGA the rebound. Kicks it back out to Dort. Dort's been off all night, but he'll line up another one. And he'll finally get one to go down. We got a tied ball game. Tied at 49. 2 minutes to go here. And Wemby has it on the right wing up top to Fox. Fox coming to his left off of the cell screen, pulling it back out. Fox up top, coming to his right, off the Wemby screen, putting his head down, attacking in the paint, kicks it out. Keldon Johnson, right corner three. In and out, can't get it to stay. Rebounded by SGA. Can they take the lead, folks? Can they capture the lead here? Caruso has it up top, being guarded by Fox. They have yet to lead all night long. They get it over to J. Will. J. Will gets it up top to SGA. The hot hand. He's been hooping. Slips it inside off the double team. Foul line jumper from J. Will. Got it to go. Now you got to bring a double team to J. Will out by the half-court line because he's been hooping. Treating him like he's Jalen Brunson out there. And now here come the Spurs looking for a response. The first time they've been trailing all night. Fox down the lane, loses the hand on the ball. And then Keldon Johnson picks up a foul, battling for the rebound against Holmgren there. And all the momentum is now swinging towards the home team. Maybe said the Spurs are kids, they're not ready yet. Might not be. Hart said Spurs looking out of control, no offensive plan. Yeah. I mean, I love What? And there's free throws, by the way, because they're in the bonus. Bad foul from Keldon Johnson. I love what Mark Dagnall's doing, and I love what SGA's doing. Don't take me out, coach. Don't take me out. I'm good. What you need from me tonight? 45 minutes, 48 minutes? I'll give you 48. We're in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. We're trying to get back to the NBA Finals, coach. If you need 48 from me, leave me out there for 48. I love it. I love it. Whereas Mitch Johnson's still utilizing some regular rotations here. Like, look, man, I'm sorry. Victor Wembanyama, you got to give me 40 to 45 tonight. Somewhere in that range. I can't have Luke Cornett out there for more than 10 minutes here tonight. I can't. Jay Gardner, what's up, Jay Gardner? Who are you rooting for as a Knicks fan? I'm rooting for a good basketball game. I don't care. Chet Holmgren knocks down both of his free throws. Fox bringing it down. A little over a minute to go. Fox crosses over to his left, off a double screen, has him in the lane, kicks it out to Johnson. They're going to leave Johnson open. He's going to drive it in the paint now, runs right into Wembanyama, kicks it out to Wemby. Wemby out by the three-point line. Jab step against J. Will and swings it out to nobody. It's a turnover. No, it was tipped by the Thunder. It'll stay here with the Spurs. 1 minute to go. Okay, he said Wemby can do 40. He's averaging 39 in the series. Put your big boy pants on. Give me 40, 42 minutes tonight. I can't have more than 10 minutes of Cornett tonight. They swing it out. Fox gets an open look from three. Got it to go down for De'Aaron Fox. Big time shot to get it back to a 1-point game with under a minute to go here. And all momentum swinging towards the Thunder. Here comes SGA bringing it down. SGA being guarded by Castle out by the half-court line. Pulls it back, coming to his left, crossing over to his right off the Dort screen. Dort not ready for the pass from SGA. They get over to Castle. Castle going to the rim. Scoop layup gets blocked by SGA, but Keldon Johnson right there for the two-handed putback follow, and the Spurs retake a 1-point lead. I'd have Dylan Harper out there along Castle and Fox. I can't trust Champagne's defense so far here tonight. That's who I would trust majority of the second half here. Obviously, you got to give guys a couple of minutes for rest here and there, but Caruso down the lane looking for a foul, just threw it up at the rim. A terrible shot attempt from Caruso, trying to go 2 for 1 there. But, brother, you got to get a better shot than that. Wemby has it up top. 20 seconds to go. My timer's a little ahead. But Wembanyama out by the half-court line, handling the ball. 1-on-1 against J. Will, getting a screen from Vassell. Coming to his right, crossing over to his left. Tries to leave it off for Vassell. Ball got tipped back to Wemby. Jab step, coming to his right. Sees the lane in the basket, spins. Down the lane, takes a bump, puts up the follow-away jumper. Banks it in for Victor Wembanyama as he gives the little fist pump running down the other end. And Caruso will bring it down. Dribble pull-up 3 for Caruso, who's been off all night, misses that one. And that'll be the end of the first half right there. And an excellent end to the first half for the Spurs after a monumental climb back from the Thunder. And SJ walking back to the locker room, huffing and puffing a little bit, like seeing him breathe heavy. You know, he is working hard. And again, he's only sat for about a minute so far here tonight. Just that's a 24 points in the second. Let's take a look at it. Before we do this, let's go here. Let's take a look at the quarter-by-quarter scoring. That's not where I want to go. This is where I want to go. The quarter-by-quarter scoring so far. First quarter was 32-25 in favor of the Spurs. Second quarter was 24-28 in favor of the Thunder. So after 32 first quarter points, they got 24 second quarter points. And after 25 first quarter points, 28 second quarter points by the Thunder. I think this game will ultimately be decided if the Thunder can have a 30-point quarter in the second half. I guess if the Spurs just, their offense turns to the gutter a little bit, the Thunder could still find a way to pull it away. But let's go through the team stats, and then we'll go through the box scores right away because there are a couple of things I want to look at and talk about what I might want to do if I were in Mitch Johnson's shoes, which obviously I'm not. Mike said, I love that the refs are letting them play the way it should be in Game 7, the way it should be all season long, honestly. But yeah, especially in Game 7. Bruce Fowler said, the loser of this game is going to need to recover. They will be replaying the series over and over in their minds to who's buried in the sand. As they should. Amy said, it's tiring when you play rather than flop and go to the foul line. Joseph said, this is a crazy game so far. I love it. It's been fantastic. It's delivering for sure. For sure. Bible to Bible. My heart can't take it. It's great. It's a great game. Wemby needs to not be nervous. That's what's haunting right now. I have had zero sense that Wembanyama is nervous tonight. As a matter of fact, I think he's played very well. Mr. Nixon said, this looks close to the Knicks. Knicks fans want the Spurs. The Spurs to win? Yeah. I guess the Spurs are probably the better matchup, but at this point, it just kind of is what it is. You're trying to win a championship. It is what it is. Just as that's a T-Mac was on that team that blew it to LeBron. The Spurs team, yeah. Freeway Hustle with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Freeway Hustler. Thank you for your generosity, brother. He said, this is what I want. I need this court surrounded by yellow tape when this game is over. All is fair in war. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, not all, but yeah. Raven said, I think these Spurs are going to take it as long as they keep their cool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they hold the 3-point lead here. And again, it was a really good end to the second quarter there, to the first half after the Thunder built up all this momentum, built up a 4-point lead. They came roaring back, and now they take a 3-point lead in the halftime. I don't expect this to be a blowout either way. Not after the Spurs threatened to blow it open, and then the Thunder came roaring back. So I expect this to be a close game the rest of the way. Thomas Higgins, what's up, Thomas? How are you? I'm good, brother. How are you, Thomas? How are you? DB said Spurs are the better matchup. Thunder are the better team. But down AJ Mitchell and J-Dub, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I just think that they have better matchups for Wembanyama than they have for SGA. Jay Hammer said, not true when you realize that Wemby is going to 10 NBA Finals in a row. OKC will realize that they lost to the greatest center. I can guarantee you, Jay Hammer, Wembanyama will not be going to 10 Finals in a row. Guy barely is making it through this Finals run. And then you have the injury history. Not the history, but I guess the injury history of big men throughout the NBA. He's not lasting 10 Finals runs in a row, brother. Unfortunately, when you're that big, you just can't rely on it. Now, if he does, awesome. Beautiful. I still don't think he makes 10 Finals in a row. AP said the Knicks defend. We can do this. So do the Spurs. So do the Spurs. But yes. Yes. The Knicks have consistently been a top 3 defense since January. All right, let's take a look at the team stats together. Manuel Mercado to Manuel. The Knicks will win the championship. That is my expectation. DB said Bridges on SGA. That's great. That's great. And he'll make it tough for him. You know what SGA thrives on? Taking and making tough shots. You need a physical defender on him, as well as a backline rim protector to take away his threat of the drive. And they needed a guy to contest the mid-range shots. Bridges will do a fine job, but I don't think he'll do a better job than Steph Castle is doing. Hard to do it. Isaac Garner said SGA went dumb on that second quarter. He did indeed. That was a great swing from SGA. We'll see what kind of game he has for the rest of the night, because they're going to desperately need his shot making the rest of the night for sure. TT in the morning. What's up, TT in the morning? A2. What's up, A2? TT in the morning said, you know, Chevy, analytically, the Cavs play for the NBA Finals on Wednesday. Analytically, they might be there. And how they match up analytically against the two Western teams, I think they could take it. I think they could take it. They might be our first ever analytical champions ever. They might be. They got to raise the analytical banner. Donnie said, it breaks my heart to say, but I see the winner of this series sweeping our mighty Knicks. There will be no sweeps of the Knicks, brother. Knicks do good. Bruce Fowler said, I don't think it matters. The Knicks appear to be the better. Both teams, especially OKC, with the injuries. The injuries are definitely killing them. AP said, Wemby and Chet both look like string beans. I don't think any of them are pushing around Karl Anthony Towns. It's not about, they don't need to push around Karl Anthony Towns. They'll just stand under the rim with their hands up. They'll stand right next to him with his hands up. Towns will be able, the best thing that Towns does is he is able to pull those guys out to the three-point line and then try to drive past them because of the threat. They're not as laterally quick as Karl Anthony Towns and not as strong as him on the drive, so he can bump them off their mark and get the layup over them. Dib Keith, Knicks in 4 until otherwise. Prove me otherwise. But until then, it's Knicks in 4. I agree. Farm Boy TV. Today I'm rooting for the Spurs. There you go. All right, let's go through our team stats here. See how the teams are matching up. It's a 3-point game. I expect these to be very close. The Thunder are actually winning the possession battle here despite trailing majority of the night and being down at halftime here by 3 points. They've only taken 3 more shots, but 3 more shots is a pretty okay margin to have here at halftime in terms of the possession battle, but pretty close here, back and forth it goes. They've actually made 1 more shot than the Spurs here, 22-21. We'll see where the discrepancy comes. Probably in 3-point shooting, 7 for 17 for the Spurs, 5 for 18 for the Thunder. The 3-point shot just not going down for them here tonight. We'll go through the box score. Alex Caruso throwing up bricks left and right. 3-point shooting for the Spurs, 7 for 17, 41%. That's 2 more made threes. That's 6-point differential. There's a little bit of your 3-point lead there. Free throw shooting, 7 for 8 for the Spurs, only 4 for 8 for the Thunder, and that's SGA and Chet Holmgren missing those 4 free throws on consecutive plays there. We have rebounding, 14-26, the Thunder dominating the boards. If the Spurs want to hold on to this lead and win this game, they're going to have to start cleaning up the rebounding here. Nikki, what's up, Nikki? Isaiah Gardner said, Wemby is the key of the Spurs to win this game. Yeah, I mean, when Wembanyama has 3 really good games in this series, and the Spurs have 3 wins in this series, the Spurs cannot win with Wembanyama having a pedestrian game. He's going to have to come through and play like an MVP level player. There's one guy playing like an MVP level player so far here tonight. His name is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So to me, it could be as simple as which star is going to step up the most here tonight. Because so far, it's been SGA. Can Wemby step up? Right? And they're desperately going to need him to step up on the rebounding battle here. 9 offensive rebounds to the Spurs 4. 17 defensive rebounds to the Spurs 10. Just not going to get it done in the rebounding battle. Jason said, Wemby got 24 boards in game 1. OKC shutting him down in the glass. Did he get 24 rebounds in game 1? Wasn't it like 17 or something? Did I miss something? Nikki said, how are the calls? Are the refs calling appropriately? Very well officiated game, Nikki. Letting them play through contact. Not awarding any of the flops to either side. A couple of times SGA tried to flop for a foul, they didn't give it to him. A couple of times Wemby tried to flop for a foul, they didn't give it to him. So I love it. I love it. Assists 13-10. Okay, steals 8-2. Okay, 0 blocks for the Spurs. Wembanyama was 0 blocks so far. That is also an avenue. I know they're not really scoring. Let's check out points in the paint Points in the paint, 22-20. So they are scoring in the paint a decent amount, even for the Spurs as well. A decent amount. Not a big amount, but a decent amount, especially when you consider that it's as close as this, 22-20. 22 for the Spurs, 20 for the Thunder in terms of points in the paint. And the Spurs have 0 points. So obviously the Thunder are going to rely on a lot of floaters, a lot of mid-range shots, which they are knocking down so far here tonight. Wemby not having any blocks is a sign that the Thunder are not really testing him in the paint, which most teams don't, which is why you're going to start seeing his blocks. Jason said, just confirmed it was 24. My goodness. I thought it was like 17 or 18 from my memory. My goodness, 24 is crazy. I knew he had 41 or whatever it was. He had a 40-point game. 24 rebounds to go along with it. I know it went into overtime, but my goodness. Jarvis Moore, what's up, Jarvis? Do y'all think the game's going over 213? I don't know. It could, brother. It could. TT in the morning said, personally, I want the Spurs to win. I want to see history repeats itself for the Knicks. I mean, history wouldn't repeat itself because the Spurs would not win, but it would absolutely be a nice run-back moment. First time the Knicks make the finals, it's again, an up-and-coming Spurs big man. 99, it was Tim Duncan. Gail Grant said, double overtime? Was it double overtime? So total turnovers, 8 turnovers for the Thunder. Is that the 8 steals right there? All 8 steals accumulating in turnovers there? And then only 4 turnovers for the Spurs. Excellent from the Spurs. They only have 4 turnovers, but not as excellent that they're only up by 3. Not a great sign. This doesn't have technical foul listed up here, but we definitely had a technical foul, which is why we filled it in on our bingo card. We're going to leave it. Sons Jen said, keep being wrong. Hasn't stopped you yet. User, what's up, user? The debate in that game with the 24 rebounds was if the rebound had been goaltending. Was that the debate? James said, user, those were the 12 blocks. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So the largest lead for the Spurs was 14 early in that first quarter. They've led for 91% of the game. Obviously, the Thunder came roaring back, took a mini 4-point lead before the Spurs came back and took the 3-point lead before halftime here. The largest lead they've had was that 4. The Spurs leading for 91% of the game is a great sign. But again, with the Thunder now right back into the game, we'll see what kind of second half we have here. We could see an explosive second half from the Thunder here, especially taking up their defense. Jarvis said, how are you? Appreciate you, Jarvis. Keep on being great on here, man. Love you. Read almost every comment. Appreciate you, Jarvis. I try, brother. I try. Keanu Harson, maybe Tari Eason. In terms of what like the Spurs need to add, there's some couple of things. Maybe just some experience they need to add. But definitely a better backup center to Wembanyama. Because Luke Cornett is not the answer here in the playoffs, I'll tell you that. He's fine for the regular season, but come playoff time, get Cornett out of there. As Dick Gardner said, like Chevy said it, it's going to come down to the Stars who's going to win this game. I think it is. I think it is going to come down to the Stars. All right, let's go. Why is that there? All right, let's go to our box score. And let's look at it in comparison to our bingo card. So, Champagny, 6 points. He's knocked down 2 threes. That's great because we need him for 3 threes on our bingo card. Wemby with 10 points. Going to need a little bit more than that. Going to need far more than only 3 rebounds as well. An assist, a turnover, and a steal, but no blocks from Victor Wembanyama. No blocks for the Spurs at all here tonight. Fox with 10 points is a great sign. 2 for 4 from 3. The jump shot is going down. And that's a great sign because he has not been knocking down perimeter shots at all throughout this series. He has the 2 steals, has a 1 turnover as well. Devin Vassell, 7 points, 1 for 3 from 3. Going to need to knock down a couple of these open shots. He's 2 for 7 from the field. Steph Castle, 5 for 11 from the field for 12 points, 2 for 3, or 0 for 2 from 3-point range, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 3 boards, 2 assists for Steph Castle. Solid. Okay. Off the bench, not a ton of production for the San Antonio Spurs at all. Well, Dylan Harper did give them 5 points off the bench. He played 12 minutes. 3 minutes for Barnes, 6 minutes for Johnson, 3 minutes for Bryant, and 4 minutes for Luke Cornett, and that might be 4 minutes too many. That might be 4 minutes too many, man. I didn't like the Luke Cornett minutes at all. Haven't really liked them all series long. The Harrison Barnes minutes weren't great either. They don't have a ton of options outside of those guys. I would just trust majority of my minutes to Keldon Johnson, Dylan Harper with a sprinkling of Bryant and a sprinkling of Barnes. Maybe a sprinkling of Bryant, which I guess you could say was exactly how the first half went. But man, I would have Dylan Harper out there with Vassell and Castle. So my lineup would be Wembanyama, Fox, Castle, Vassell, and Dylan Harper. I got, like, to me, that's their 5 best guys. Champagny's out there because you can spread the court from 3. But I think SGA picked on him defensively. Unless I see him pick up his defensive pressure in the second half of there, I'm leaning more on Dylan Harper in the second half, if that's me. I also want more rim pressure from Dylan Harper because right now you really only have it from Steph Castle. De'Aaron Fox hampered with the ankle injury. He hasn't done a great job of getting into the paint or finishing in the paint throughout the series. Doing a decent job of it tonight. But Vassell not really giving you that. And Champagny definitely not giving you that. And then obviously Wemby can struggle to get into the paint, especially on isolations out on the perimeter at 7 million feet tall. So I'd want the rim pressure between Dylan Harper and Steph Castle out there at the same time. I'd prioritize, even if it's subbing some of the other guys out, I'd prioritize as many minutes as I can get between or with Castle and Harper out there together. Mr. Nixon, what's up, Mr. Nixon? Game 1, finals game 1 is on Wednesday, brother. Wednesday. So the Thunder here, Hartenstein played 12 minutes, 4 points, 3 boards, 2 turnovers. He only has the 1 foul. Nobody in foul trouble here tonight, which you love to see. Love the players play. 19 first half points for SGA. We have him up here for 30. Seems pretty good. A lock for that. Jared McCain, 10 points off the bench. He was phenomenal. Turned the tide of the game for this Thunder team, and we're starting the second half already. So we'll come back to our box score watch during the next timeout break. But for now, let's get back into the game. SGA up top, coming to his left, over to J. Will, who starts the second half. He fires up the corner 3, can't get it to go, battle for the rebound. Knocked over to Vassell, who'll bring it down. J. Will starting with Hartenstein on the bench. In a pivotal Game 7, they're benching Hartenstein. You'll love to see it. They get it over to Wembanyama up top. They swing it over to Castle. Castle on the right wing. Jab step coming to his left. Castle driving in the lane. In the paint. Kicks out the Fox. Fox in the corner. Rhythm dribble pull up 3 in the corner. Over Caruso. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Caruso. And he'll bring it down. Caruso also starting the second half. They get over to SGA. SGA. Up top. Wild the collected group out there to start the second half. I guess they're just going with their 5 best men. 5 best man lineup. They get it out to Cason Wallace. Pump fake. Swings it out to Caruso. He's ran off that 3-point line. He's driving in the lane. Leans in. Throws up the floater. High off glass. Can't get it to go. Wembanyama snatches a rebound. Gets it out to Vassell. Vassell pushing the other way. On the left wing. Pulls it back out. Waiting for his teammates. Over to Castle as the trailer. Castle swings through to his right. Pulls it back. Swings it over to Vassell. Down the lane. Puts up the mid-range pull-up jumper. Rattles it in for Devin Vassell. And now here comes SGA bringing it down. He has it up top. Swings it over to Holmgren. Holmgren gets it over to Caruso. Caruso coming to his left. Dancing with it. Swings it over to Wallace. Hands it off to J. Will. Attacking Wembanyama. Loses the handle. Hands it off to Caruso. Driving to his left. It leaves it off for J. Will. Floater in the lane. Comes up short. But gets the friendly bounce to drop down. Back and forth the two teams go. And now here comes Fox bringing it down. Both teams feeling their way out to start the second half here. Castle coming to his right, pulls it back, gets it over to Wemby. In the lane, one-handed slam from Wemby. That's what you want to see. Don't get fancy with it. Don't try to do this wild reverse layup nonsense. Brother, get the ball, dunk it down. You're 7 million feet tall. SGA in the lane gets blocked by Wembanyama, and it's out of bounds. Staying here with the Thunder. There's your first block from Wemby here tonight. Jason said, dang, didn't realize Caruso Curry was 1 for 9. Yeah, he has been off here tonight. He's picked a bad game to not have the jump shot going. J. Will tries to get it to SGA. He almost turns it over, but SGA chases it down before it goes out of bounds. SGA up top, being guarded by Champagnie on a switch now. He likes this matchup. Coming to his left, sees multiple defenders. Sidestep left wing 3. Got it to go for SGA. He's hooping, y'all. He is hooping. He's got that jump shot going. Fox gets it over to Wemby. Wemby gets it over to Vassell. Back to Wemby up top. Swings through to his right. Dancing with it against Chet Holmgren. Crosses over. Half spin. Step through. Down the lane. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Wemby knocks the rebound out to nobody. Nobody standing in the corner. They were getting back on defense already. The ball goes out of bounds. PK. What's up, PK? Keno Hart said, Wemby knows this game is win or go home. So does Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes Caruso pushing it down the other way. Bump. Down the lane, kicks it out Holmgren. He's going to pump fake. He's going to swing it over to J. Will. He's going to pump fake. One dribble in, kicks it back up top. Caruso an open 3, and he finally gets one to drop down. And there goes the lead for the Spurs as OKC up by 1, 61-60. Castle down the lane in the paint, leans in. Trying to get the foul, doesn't get the contact. Cason Wallace comes up with the block. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it's going to go to the Thunder. The Thunder diving for these loose balls, saving it. And the ball goes to them now. They get it back. They have the lead, trying to extend the lead. Jason said Caruso Curry strikes again. One of the most terrifying things, Alex Caruso figuring out how to shoot the basketball. Hold on. SGA, pump fakes, leans in, draws the foul, and Steph Castle getting him up in the air, hitting him with the pump fake. (61-60). 8:30 to go here. Brandon Peabody said, I'm sure Caruso's 2 for 10 is game-changing. That 3-point shot he made there is game-changing. There's a reason why he's in the starting lineup, brother. Or not the starting lineup, but he's the reason why he's starting the second half here. SGA knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Jason said, this has been awesome. Can't wait for the finals. The shot making has been incredible tonight. SGA with 24 points, 9 for 13 from the field. Knocks down both. Your MVP is showing up and being MVP. It's exactly what you want to see. Here comes Castle bringing it down. Crossing over to his right. Driving it down. Swings it out to Champagnie. Left corner 3 from Champagnie. He responds right back with a 3-point make of his own. 63-63. 8:20 to go here in this third quarter. Harn's trying to sub back into the game. They get over to SGA, driving it down, stops, turns, spins, coming to his left, Castle all over him, swings it out, extra pass over to Wallace, ran off the three-point line, takes the baseline, tries to kick it over to his teammate, but it got kicked by Vassell. No kickball called. Diving on the floor is Lou Dort. He's able to pick it up, and we're going to get a timeout from the Thunder. No jump ball. Honestly, the Thunder probably deserved to get that ball back because it did look like a kickball violation by Vassell that they just didn't call. Jay Garner. What's up, Jay Garner? Kane Hart Champagne does have 3 threes now for 9 points. That fills in our bingo spot for sure. So Champagne for 3 threes. Champagne for 3 threes. Let's go back to our box score watch. See what we got cooking. What else we're in line for. So we have Phil Challenge. We have Wemby for 30, and he's sitting on 10, or he's got 12 now. Gonna need a lot more in that regard. Not on pace for the 30 ball, but we could see the stars like that go off at any point. Spammers return in the chat. Spammers, get the spammers out of here. My goodness. How and why? How and why? Appreciate you guys. Is that Suns Gen? Appreciate you, Suns Gen. We also have Chet for 15. How's Chet doing tonight? What is his box score looking like? I think his defense has been pretty dang solid so far here tonight, but what is the scoring like? He's taking 2 shots for 4 points. Not good enough. Not good enough. He definitely haven't felt his presence offensively here tonight, and you're seeing it right there in the box score as well. The defense has been solid, though. He's had a really nice contest at the rim here tonight. But man, oh man, brother, put the ball in the basket. Christopher Basketball said Barnes got 0 on his birthday. Unfortunate. Barnes is just not that guy at this point in his career. So we have 4-point play we haven't had a shot clock violation. We haven't had a goaltend so far here tonight. Harper for 12 points off the bench for the Spurs here. He's got 5. Can he get 12? He can, of course, get 12. We'll see what kind of game he has here in the second half. Caruso, 2 threes or 3 stocks. Alex Caruso, we just saw him knock down a 3 there. Did he have another one earlier in the game? Alex Caruso, 1 for 5 from 3. Stocks, 0 steals, 0 blocks for Alex Caruso. He does have the 1-3. So he needs 1 more 3 for our bingo card, though. Castle for 20 points. Got off to a really solid start. Slowed down a little bit since 12 points on 12 shot attempts. Not a great efficiency there at all. Hasn't knocked down a 3. But 12 points. 8 away from the 20 ball. He's on pace. We haven't had a travel called. Johnson for 12 points off the bench. He's got 2. Not great on a putback dunk. We have any player for 3 blocks. And Wemby's got 1. Usually Wemby's pretty good for 3, and nobody has 2. Everybody with just 1 block so far here tonight. We have Fox for 15 points. He's got 10. He's looked pretty good as well. So far here tonight, the jump shot's going down. We have Kason Wallace for 12 points. He was inserted into the starting lineup, so Kason Wallace tonight is sitting with 3 points. 1 for 3 from 3-point range. Not doing a whole lot with the ball in his hands, although he does have 4 boards, 4 assists as well, with a block and 2 steals, or 2 offensive rebounds. That's 2 offensive rebounds. Does he have steals? No steals tonight from Kason Wallace, but he is hooping. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, being a nice connected player out there. Kennard said, people are so quick to try and compare players to all-time greats. It's silly. Just let players be themselves, right? SGA is not like any other guard we've seen. Let him just be SGA. We have a logo 3, which we haven't had. Double-double, which I assume we'll have at some point here tonight. SGA working his way towards maybe a triple-double. He's got 24, 4, and 5. SGA with the 30 ball is on pace. We're back into it. And then McCain, 12 points. He's got 10. So very close in a couple of bingo spots so far. SGA tries to get it over to Harnstein, but gets kicked out of bounds by Wemby. Jersey Dad said Harnstein minus 10. I compare him to a debutante. We're tied at 63. 7:50 to go here. SGA has played pretty much the whole game outside of like 1 minute. Harnstein, the foul line floater, can't get it to go. Wemby rips down a rebound. There you go, rebounding the ball there. They get it over to Fox. Fox gets it over to Castle. Castle on the right wing. Gets it up top to Wembanyama. He's going to pump fake from three. He's going to drive to his left down the lane. Kicks out to Champagne. A left corner three. Another one. Can't get it to go, but he gets fouled by Lou Dort. 3 free throws for Julian Champagne now. Jaden said, give Brunson the ball and get out of your way. Your team really needs a bucket. Or 10. Yeah, you can do that. You can indeed do that. You know, I said, Brandon, I'm with you. I got to say, he ain't flopping tonight, and he used to be normal non-flopper in the Clippers. He also used to be a normal non-flopper like 2-3 years ago. It's really been this year that's gone bad. Last year it started, and it was like, hey, he's doing this a lot. And this year it just went way overboard. He'll adjust. And the league will adjust. AP said, the playoff games are nerve-wracking. You are a Spurs fan and a Thunder fan. Hit the lights if you are nervous. It is back and forth. Champagne missed the first free throw, misses the second free throw. Oh, he hit the first free throw, misses the second free throw. He's got one more free throw coming. Got to go 2 for 3 at least at the foul line on a 3-point foul. At least. Kennard said he was a terrible flopper last year. Not as nearly egregious as he was this year. He was a normal flopper last year. This year, he took it to another level. Champagne goes 2 for 3 from the foul line. 7:30 to go here. Wallace has it up top. Coming to his right, being guarded by Fox. And it's an offensive foul on Jared McCain. Holding on to Devin Vassell as both guys hit the deck. Vassell asking the official to review it. I think Vassell grabbed his arms and knocked him to the ground. Honestly, they're going to show us the replay here. McCain grabs his arm and then pulls him over his back. And McCain definitely grabbed the arm and threw him over his back. You know, regular contact. Weird contact, but when you're playing the floppers, it's regular contact. They can't get out the Champagne straightaway 3. He got it! Julian Champagne waking up, being their leading scorer so far here in the second half. And it is a 5-point lead regained by the Spurs. SGA down the lane, leans in, fall away over Wemby. Got it to go. SGA, high degree of difficulty on these jump shots here. And now here comes Castle bringing it down, getting back to his mid-range game. They swing it out to Keldon Johnson, a left corner 3. A terrible shot, can't get it to go down. Champagne the offensive rebound. Anybody? Who else but Champagne? They get it over to Wemby on the right wing, being guarded by Harnstein. Wemby, with his back turned, kicks it out to Dylan Harper. Harper coming to his right off the Wemby screen, dancing with it against Caruso, puts up the mid-range jumper over him. Oh my goodness, Dylan Harper, and then got something to say to the crowd too. Okay, rookie, we see you. 70-65 as we approach the halfway point here in this third quarter. Caruso coming to his right off the screen, down the lane, layup off glass, can't get it to go. Harnstein can't get the rebound to go. Champagne, of course Champagne's in the mix, snagging the rebound over to Harper, spins down the lane in the paint, kicks it out. Champagne straight away, 3 wide open, got it to go, because of course he did. Julian Champagne leading the way. It's an 8-point lead again for the Spurs. An 11-2 run, and we get a timeout here from the Thunder. A couple of the Spurs players talking with the officials, grabbing and holding going on here from the Thunder now. Calm, cool, and collected from the Spurs here. My goodness. And we have 6:12 to go, essentially at the halfway point here. Julian Champagne with a big 17-point, 5 for 6 from the field performance here. Whew. Whew. We've seen this. Listen, as Knicks fans, we've seen this before. We've seen Champagne catch fire. Jason said, punching back and forth, it's a heavyweight fight. Neither team going down. The only time we've seen a team a little wobbly was in that first quarter. The Spurs came out with a flurry and went up by 14 points. We had to have a couple of timeouts from the Thunder there for them to reclaim their footing. But they did get back into the game, led by their MVP and his MVP-type performance here tonight. 26 points, 10 for 14 from the field. He's been phenomenal. But can it be enough if he's not getting production out of the others? Let's take a look at it again. Let's go to the box score. Look at the box score here. 26 points for SGA Everybody else in single digits. McCain does have 10, but majority of those 10 came in that second quarter where he was the initial leading person to rally the team back. But so far here in the second half, McCain's minutes has been rough as Champagnie has been his primary matchup, and he has dominated that matchup so far in this second half. Caruso, 2 for 11 from the field and 1 for 5 from 3 is not the performance they needed here in a game 7. AP said, yeah, saw him catch fire on the 2-9 January hangover. It was the start. The funny thing about that, AP, it was the start of the 2-9 hangover, right? So the Knicks were actually playing really well, and they were up 16 points in that fourth quarter. It was New Year's Eve. I'll never forget it. Or was it New Year's Day? Might have been New Year's Day. No, I think it was New Year's Eve. Might have been New Year's Eve. And, Champagne was popping some champagne that night. Set the Spurs franchise record, 11 made threes, and led the 16-point comeback win over the Knicks that night. I'll never forget it. Right? Champagne, Mamu Kalashvili. The Champagne one hurts more. Chaos said it's a coin toss, Chevy. I don't think it's a coin toss. I think slight advantage to the Spurs here. They do have the 8-point lead. They've led majority of the night. They have more players playing well. It's really just SGA so far here tonight. Like, look at this box score. McCain does have the 10 points, but he's not been a factor at all so far in the second half. And listen, we're only halfway through the second half here, so maybe he'll improve his play as the game goes on. But it's really been SGA or bust so far here tonight, and he's living on a really tough shot diet so far. Can he continue to do that? Of course he can. Of course he can. Keenar said, we have a Mamu Kalashvili call out? Absolutely. Absolutely. The Sandro Mamu Kalashvili game. I'll never forget it for the Spurs. He hit like 8 threes that night. He was like 8 for 8 from 3. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. We go over to the Spurs side, and you just have more players playing well. 17 from Champagnie, 12 for Wemby, 10 for Fox, 9 for Vassell, 12 for Castle. You're not getting much production off the bench, but again, you got 7 from Dylan Harper. He's really your only guy I'd trust off the bench so far here tonight. Which is crazy to say, the rookie, right? That I trust the rookie more than I trust any of the other veterans on the team. This is not even full screen, by the way. I've been watching it on a smaller screen than it should be. There we go. There we go. Now we're full screened on the game. Jason said this got to be the formula versus the Thunder. Make Shea beat you all by himself. Yeah. Yeah, you throw multiple body. Well, I don't know. I think there's a couple of ways you could beat the Thunder. And Caruso falls to the floor. He wanted a blocking foul. They don't give it to him. They say get up and play basketball as he loses the ball out of bounds. Play through the contact. See the replay on it. Oh, that is a flop and a half from Alex Caruso. Even wrapped his left arm around the hip of Dylan Harper. Love it. Love it from the officials. Fantastic officiating tonight. You barely noticed them because they're just forcing the players to play here. And that's an offense. Oh, no, it's a foul on J. Will. I thought they were going to call the offensive foul on Wembanyama there. He tried to, do a swim-through move over the top to try and get positioning on J. Will in the post there. And they call a foul on J. Will, I guess, on the initial hold that forced Wembanyama to swing his arms over the top. But the ball's going to stay here with the Spurs. And now we get an offensive foul from the Spurs here. Caruso has it up top. They get it over to SGA, over to Kenrich Williams, back to SGA, being guarded by Champagnie. This is the matchup he's wanted all night. Attacking to his left, has it in the mid-range, steps through in the paint, kicks out the home run. They swing it up top to J. Will. J. Will down the lane to his left, in the corner. Kenrich Williams pump fakes in the lane, in the paint, leans in looking for the floater, doesn't get the foul call. Wembanyama snatches the rebound over to Harper. Harper bringing it down in the paint on the right wing. Leaves it off for Wembanyama. He'll stop, he'll pop, trying to give him a double-digit lead, and he's got it! Knocking down the right wing 3, and they go back up by 11 here. A 16-2 run over the last 3.5 minutes. 5:18 to go here. And the Thunder bringing it down. SGA up top being guarded by Castle. SGA coming to his right off the Williams screen. Champagnie switches on to him again. Wembanyama hedging over, showing 2 defenders. Mid-range pull-up jumper again. Can't get that one to go down. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Wembanyama walking the other way, and they are going to give it to the Spurs. And the Spurs going on a little run here. And again, they're relying on a diet of tough SGA jumpers. Can he do that? Yes. Can you rely on that for a 48-minute game? Maybe not against this level of defense. Champagny a deep three off the back rim, can't get it to go. Holmgren comes over the back of Wemby and snatches that rebound away from him. Here comes Caruso, bringing it down the lane in the paint, layup, can't get it to go, draws the foul. And Caruso will go to the foul line for 2 free throws, and he goes down hurting a little bit there. And that is the 4th foul on Steph Castle, by the way. Why is this so far off? Come on, ESPN. Help me out here. There we go. That is the 4th foul on Steph Castle. And that is indeed a huge, huge development there. Freeway said it's hard for Wemby to elbow guys because of how tall he is. I would argue it's easy for him to elbow guys because of how tall he is. His elbows are face height to other human beings. Let me blow my nose real quick. Caruso knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Fox comes back in, I assume, for Castle here. Does come back in for Castle. So we have Fox, Vassell, Johnson. Cornette also comes back in. Yuck. With Dylan Harper. As far as the Thunder go, they have Hartenstein, SGA, who's played the entirety of the game except for like 1 minute. He came out for a quick breather. Wallace, Caruso, and McCain out there right now. So very small lineups for both sides. The only bigs, Hartenstein and Cornette out there. Other than that, wings and guards making up the rest of the rotation. Caruso goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. And again, we've talked about this over and over again. We've beaten this into the ground, this point. Spurs got to find a way to survive the Wemby-less minutes, and the Thunder got to find a way to take advantage of the Wemby-less minutes, right? The games have almost come down to that. Johnson in the lane can't get the layup to go. Cornette can't get the rebound. Rebounded by Hartenstein. Here comes SGA bringing it down the other way. 4:30 to go. Over to McCain. Back to SGA. He's got a lane. Bullet pass inside to Hartenstein, and he can't catch the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Not a great pass from SGA, but Hartenstein, he just got to catch that ball, too. It's always on the passer. Always on the passer. But, man, you got to catch that ball, Hartenstein, right through your fingertips. And Keldon Johnson gets it over to Fox. Fox up top being guarded by Wallace. Jab step coming to his right. Driving down in the lane. High float over Hartenstein. Comes up short. Cornette tips it up. Can't get it to go down. Battle for the rebound. Knocked loose. And it's a foul on Isaiah Hartenstein. So the ball's still going to stay here with the Spurs anyway. They did grab that rebound regardless. Suns Jen Aidenstein is crazy. I love it though. I love the slander. I love it. Imagine getting beat on the boards by Luke Cornette. Fox up top, kicks it out to Vassell, right wing 3, no hesitation, can't get it to go. Keldon Johnson trying to get the rebound. He does grab the rebound, gets fouled. He's going to the foul line for 2. Just out-hustling, out-muscling SGA to that ball there. I mean, just bigger and stronger and bullying his way to the basket for the rebound. And Keldon Johnson will go to the foul line for 2. That's got to be the value Keldon Johnson has. You got to be bigger and stronger in the paint, especially when you're being guarded by smaller guys like SGA or Kason Wallace or guys like that. You got to be bigger and stronger. Wembanyama already back at the scores table, getting ready to check back in for the final 4-minute run here in the third. With Keldon Johnson at the foul line for 2 as he misses the first free throw. Got to get every point you can get too. Jay Garner said, I think we can beat the Spurs. They absolutely can. Absolutely. Brandon said, watching Hartenstein sucks warms my soul. Warms our souls? Yeah, and yeah, it does. Hate that guy. We'll be rooting against him the remainder of his career. As Keldon Johnson does knock down the second free throw. Under 4 to go. Caruso bringing it down. Caruso up top gets it over to SGA. SGA being guarded by Vassell here with Castle on the bench. Coming to his left. Step back. Baseline. Fall away over Wemby. Can't get it to go, but a foul on Victor Wembanyama, and SGA will go to the foul line for 2. Wembanyama with the reckless closeout in the landing space of SGA, and SGA gets 2 free throws. MBM said, I thought the Knicks missing free throws was the thing. As the playoffs go on, man, the playoffs go on. You're using more energy. You're more focused. You're more locked in. You're more zapped. Legs a little more tired. Pressure's a lot higher. SGA at the foul line for 2 knocks down the first one. 28 for SGA. 28 for SGA. 2 more for the bingo card. We haven't had a Jared McCain bucket so far here in the second half. And you literally need one more shot for the 12-point spot here. SGA goes 2 for 2 from the foul line, got to 28 points, and it's an 8-point game. 77-69. Fox up top, coming to his left, pulls it back, swings it out. Keldon Johnson, wide open straightaway three, has all the time in the world, but he can't get it to go down. Didn't have any confidence that shot was going down either. Here comes Kason Wallace bringing it down, dancing with it against Harper. Hands it off to Caruso, gets it out to Harnstein. Harnstein coming to his left, hands it off to SGA, being guarded by Vassell. SGA waving everybody away, going to isolate, attacking to his left, step back, pump fake, leans in, and the foul is called. And SGA will go to the foul line for 3 free throws. Getting the guys up in the air with the jump shot. That's what happens when you knock down a couple of jump shots. You hit the step back, hit the pump fake, and they're going for it. It's what happens when you start knocking down those jump shots. SGA, I assume, with 3 free throws here. That is 3 free throws. You just said NBA playoffs not rigged. I can promise you that. I don't think anybody thinks they're rigged, brother. SGA knocks down the first free throw. He's got 2 more coming. And the spammers somehow find a way through. Freeway said, I didn't like how Farnstein tried taking credit for Brunson's offense. He did it in a sly way. He's not forever. Absolutely. 100% agree. 100% agree. I hate that guy. He tried to garner sympathy from the fan base, and some people fell for it. And I look at you and I'm like, huh? You fell for that? You fell for that gaslighting? How gullible are you? I hate that guy. I hate him deep down in my soul. I have a true sports basketball hate for Isaiah Harnstein. Listen, I'm sure he's a great dude off the court. That's not what I'm talking about. I have a true sports hate for Isaiah Harnstein. I'll root for his downfall the remainder of his career. It actually sickens me to my soul that they won last year. It really does. SGA knocks down all 3 of his free throws at the 5-point game. A little over 3 minutes to go here. Fox up top, attacking to his left, hands it off to Vassell. Vassell, 1 dribble, mid-range, pull-up, comes up short. Wembanyama with the rebound, pulls it out, loses the handle, picks it back up, gets it out to Fox. They swing it out to Vassell, wide open right wing 3, trying to redeem himself. He can, but the long rebound finds its way out to Fox. And Fox has it up top, a couple of possessions here to get over to Wembanyama. Wembanyama going to isolate, in and out dribble, coming through his right, step back, right wing 3, a tough shot, can't get it to go, battle for the rebound, and Harper picks it up, but an off-ball foul on Keldon Johnson, and he's upset as Caruso winds up on the floor yet again. Brandon said, as a Wolves fan, that's how I feel about Jimmy Crybaby buckets. I could see it. I could see it. I gave 2 points to the wrong side, by the way. My bad. It is 77-72. Caruso at the foul line for 2 free throws because they're in the bonus. Kinar said, game tightening again. Absolutely. Absolutely. Suba said 30 points is another box. Oh, SGA with the 31. Yeah, he had the 3 free throws. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. SGA with the 30. As Caruso knocks down the first free throw. Got another one coming. We have Champagne and Castle back at the scorers table. Going to need those guys back in. You don't know why Champagne spends so much time on the bench. Keldon Johnson has been miserable tonight. Go with your 5 best guys. Keldon Johnson, the bench has been miserable tonight. Go with your 5 best guys, Ms. Johnson. Stop trusting the bench here tonight. It's a game 7. Trust them for game 1 of the finals. Don't trust him for the game 7. So SGA with the 30 points. Caruso knocks down both of the free throws, and we have a 3-point game. We're back to a 1-possession game. Here we go. Again, the Spurs threaten to pull away from it, and the Thunder respond. Run after run. Trading baskets here. Fox has it up top. The crowd getting into it. Fox driving to his left, pulls it back. Now coming to his right, blows past Wallace and gets the floater in the lane. Beautiful move from De'Aaron Fox here. And you can tell the ankle's getting healthier as the series has been going on. He looks slow laterally and moving and very stiff out on the perimeter. And is getting a little more flexible, a little bit more loose with his handle here. SGA, rhythm dribble, mid-range pull-up jumper. Can't get that one to go down. Battle for the rebound. Vassell digs it out. And now here comes Fox bringing it down. 2 minutes to go here. Come on, timer, keep up. 2 minutes to go here. Fox crosses over on Caruso down the lane in the paint. Gets fouled by Alex Caruso. He's calling for a challenge, but they only have 1 challenge remaining. I'm not sure that's where you want to use it on for Caruso there. You're going to want to save that for a 4th quarter, game 7 here. Caruso looking at the bench and like, you already used 1 challenge, brother. You already used 1 challenge. You're not going to use another one here. So Fox is going to go to the foul line for 2. It did look like all ball from Caruso, but sometimes the officials miss it. You can't, like that, you can't ask for a challenge there. And they are going to use their challenge there. Wow, I think that's a bad move. I think that's a bad move from Mark Daigneault there. I think that could come into play here in the fourth quarter. We'll see. We'll see. AP said, I think Donovan Mitchell badly wants to be a New York Knick. Then he should have demanded a trade to the New York Knicks instead of being a loser out there in Utah and be like, no, I don't want to be the bad guy. No, just say, hey, you know what? You're blowing up the team. Go get me to New York. I'm not going anywhere but New York. But instead, he allowed Danny Ainge to try and fleece the Knicks of all their assets. Like, that ain't working, brother. That ain't working. If he wanted to be a Knick, he should have made it known that he wanted to be a Knick. He signed that extension out there in Cleveland. I got no respect for Donovan Mitchell. Get him out of here. So happy he's not wearing a Knicks jersey. Mike Sleva said, now the foul calls are starting to kill the pace. A little bit. But they are fouls. Both teams hacking and whacking here. Isaiah Garner said, Brunson 10 times better than that bum than SGA. Sons Jen said, Ainge sucks forever. Nobody likes Danny Ainge. Successful challenge. And OKC gets imminent possession as well. But they have no more challenges remaining. I would have saved that challenge for a fourth quarter here, especially with how close and tight this game has been. Right? This has been a close game. And actually, it hasn't been that close. It's been a close game, but the Spurs have held the lead majority of the time. So I would have saved my challenge for a fourth quarter here. I would not have used my challenge on an Alex Caruso clean strip. So what? He picks up a foul, they get 2 free throws. So what? I'm looking for the fourth quarter. We'll see if it does come back to bite them or not. Kayson Wallace gets it over to SGA. SGA on the left wing, swings through to his left, steps through down the lane, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Looking for a foul, doesn't get it as he falls down to the ground at the 5-on-4. Spurs looking to push to get over to Wemby. SGA recovers. Wemby on the right wing being guarded by J. Will. Jab step, swings through to his right, going along the baseline. Drop step, spin. In the lane, kicks out the Champagny. Extra pass to Castle. Left corner 3 from Castle. Too strong, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Holmgren rips it down. Now here comes SGA, 1:30 to go. SGA up top. Coming to his right. Being guarded by Champagny. Crosses over. Step back. Swings it up top to Wallace. Wallace driving it down against Castle. Coming to his left in the paint. Pulls it all the way back out. Has nowhere to go. Kicks it out to J. Will. Now over to Dort. Hands it back off to SGA. Shot clock down to 5. Got to make something happen. Coming to his left against Champagny. They show 2 defenders. They swing it over to J. Will. A tough contested 3 at the buzzer. And he got it to go, folks. J. Will, as the shot clock expires, SGA threw him a grenade. And he splashes it nothing but net. Freeway said, as close as the game is, OKC might regret using that challenge. They might, unless J. Will wants to continue to knock down some threes here. We got a 2-point ball game and a timeout from the Spurs with a little over 1 minute to go here in this third quarter. Daniel Dash said Harden should join the Knicks, replace Alvarado. Brother, I wouldn't even trade Paco Dadian for James Harden. You could say, we'll give you James Harden and a ham sandwich and 2 first-round picks. I'm not taking James Harden on my team. Keep that man as far away from my team as possible. At the end of the shot clock, that one hurts. Yep. The shot clock is winding down. They brought 2 defenders over to SGA, forcing the ball out of his hands. He swings it over to J. Will. He's deep in the left wing, like right on that left elbow spot. Deeper past the 3-point line, not standing on the line, deeper past the 3-point line, lined it up. Fox gets a really great contest on it. He just lines it up and knocks it down, man. Just that if he shaves, I'd consider it. Nah. Keep him as far away from my franchise as possible. Mike Sleva said Harden has destroyed every team he's been on. Absolutely, yeah. I wouldn't take him for anything. You could say you'll give me James Harden and Evan Mobley, and I'd be like, no thanks. I'm just not taking James Harden at all, ever. So we have Champagny, Wemby, Fox, Vassell, and Castle to end this first quarter. The Thunder rocking with Holmgren, SGA, Lou Dort, Kayson Wallace, and Jay Williams. J. Will. This is been the best 5. Maybe you could sub Dort out for Caruso. But these have been the best 4 players for the Thunder. These have been the best 5 players for the Spurs here. I might want to sub in Dylan Harper for Fox. But Vassell misses the corner 3. Castle the offensive rebound. Out to Wemby. He's going to pump fake from 3. Drive to his right. And J. Will picks up a block and foul, trying to keep up with Wembanyama as he pump faked and tried to fly by him. And that's 2 free throws for Wemby. He's going to the foul line for 2. That is J. Will's 3rd foul. It's his 3rd foul there. Albert, what's up, Albert? You just said, I would take that deal for a lower price and just limit Harden's playing time strictly. I don't even want him on the team. I don't want him on the team. I don't even want his name on the roster sheet. Keep him as far away from my team as possible. I don't even want his name on my team's record books that he ever played for my team. I want him as far away from my team as possible. DB said, nothing makes you more sick than AI LeBron in a Knicks jersey. Yeah, keep that guy away from my team as well. Keep all these bandwagon players away from my team. Give me the true grinders out there. Give me the Alvarados. Give me the Towns. Give me the Brunsons. Give me the Harts. Wembanyama knocked down the first free throw. He's been an excellent free throw shooter in the series, but I jinxed him right there as he misses the second free throw. 45 seconds to go. McCain bringing it down. McCain up top being guarded by Harper. Gets it over to SGA. SGA being guarded by Vassell. SGA, he's played pretty much all game long. I love it. I love it from SGA. Driving to his left. Blows past the defense in the paint. Pump fakes. Got nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Wallace. Wallace a 3. Comes up short. Rebounded by Harper. And Lou Dort comes over. Harper falls to the ground. Saves it over to Champagnie. Hit ahead to Vassell. Vassell pushing the other way. Vassell is going to get it over to Fox. They're going to hold it for what should be the final shot of the quarter. 15 seconds to go. Fox up top. And there's about a 3-second difference between game clock and shot clock, so maybe the Thunder will have enough time for a half-court heave. But let's see what happens here. They get it out to Wemby. Pump fake, spins, foul line, fall away for Wembanyama. Can't get it to go as the shot clock expires. Rebounded by Wallace. 3/4 court heave. And it hits the backboard. Not a bad attempt from Kason Wallace right there, but it's a 3-point lead for the Spurs going into the 4th quarter. Let's check out the minutes real quick. We're 36 minutes into this game, right? 36 minutes into this game, 3 quarters down. And we go down to the minutes. And SGA has played 32, so he sat out longer than I thought he did. He sat out 4 minutes so far. We've had 36 minutes played. SGA sat for 4 of them. I love it. I love it. And if I'm SGA, I'm saying, give me all 12 minutes in the 4th. Coach, all 12 minutes in the 4th. 10 for 17 from the floor, 9 for 11 from the foul line, 2 for 3 from three-point range. Niall Dimitri with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Niall. Thank you for your generosity tonight, brother. He said, fun fact, David Robinson of the Spurs won MVP title, rebounding title, scoring title, defensive player of the year. 1 of 4 people with a quadruple-double. Very true. Very true. One of the other guys with a quadruple-double, Yusuf Nurkic. Fun fact. Even more fun of a fact. Yusuf Nurkic has a quadruple-double. No, he doesn't have a quadruple-double. I believe he has a 5x5. He's the last guy to have a 5x5. My bad. He doesn't have a quadruple-double. He has a 5x5. Stupa said, how do you watch basketball and fix your mouth to say what... say you want Harden on any team. That's what wins. Yeah. As he sits in Cancun for like the 10th year in a row. Jason said, does Wemby have more than 5 shots in the paint tonight? I don't think so. I think he only has maybe 3 or 4 off the top of my head. I can remember a couple of times he got into the paint. But yeah, the Thunder's defense is keeping him out on the perimeter, which is, with his slight build, part of the reason why he's developed such a perimeter game. 40 scope. What's up, 40 scope? So if we look at our bingo card, what do we have? We have the Champagnie 3 threes filled in already. Wemby's got 16. He's going to have 14-point 4th quarter here. It's going to be a big 4th quarter. Harper with 12. Dylan Harper's got 7 here tonight. Harper, we need 5 more points, brother. Come on. Johnson for 12. He ain't getting that. He's got 3. He's 1 for 5 from the field tonight. A rough night. Caruso, 2 threes or 3 stocks. You just said, don't think 105 is going to happen? We'll see. We'll see. Brandon said, only team I want Harden on is my ops, not my team. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have Caruso 2 threes or 3 stocks, and Caruso off the bench tonight has 1 3, 3 turnovers. He does have 1 block. So if he gets another combination of, he needs 2 steals or a block. Needs 2 more stocks there. Castle for 20. He picked up the 4th foul there. And Castle tonight has 12. 8 more points from Castle in the fourth quarter here. Come on, Steph Castle. 3 blocks. Wemby still with the 1 block. Only 1 block for the Spurs overall. Nobody with more than 1 block still. Vassell 3 threes. He's got 2. Vassell has actually only 1 3. He's 1 for 6 from 3 tonight. Another rough shooting game for Devin Vassell. Gonna have to come through in this fourth quarter here. Fox for 15 points. Fox has 12. 3 more points for De'Aaron Fox. Double-double. Wemby was 16 and 7. Vassell with 9 and 6. Nobody even really particularly close. Jay Will needs 1 more rebound for the double-double off the bench. That'll give us our double-double. That's not really helping us with bingo, though. Yeah, we're not even that close to bingo. Kason Wallace for 12 points. He's stuck on 3. Yeah, bingo's not looking good here tonight, man. We're getting a close game, and our bingo cards are not looking good, guys. Even though we got the close game going. Whoops. Oh, I refreshed the page. All right, we're still good. We got a 3-point game start of the fourth quarter. Here we go. SGA on the bench to start the fourth quarter. If I was SGA, I'd be like, Coach, all 12 minutes, I got us. I'm bringing us home. They get over to Wemby. Wemby high post being guarded by Jay Will. Wemby does start the fourth quarter. Wemby in the post, backing him down, spins into a double team, shoots the fall away anyway, and draws the foul on Chet Holmgren. Wembanyama going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Not a good foul on Holmgren. He's arguing the call, but the Thunder don't have a challenge. This is why I would not use my challenge in the third quarter on the Alex Caruso strip steal. That does look like a foul on Holmgren. He is slapping down a little bit. I don't know if he makes contact on the off arm, but his left arm is also on his waist. Brandon said SGA needs to rest. SGA is in his prime. All 48. In a game 7 to go back to the finals as Wemby misses the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Coach, put me out there. I got this. I'm bringing us home. That'd be my mentality. Maybe he needs a rest, but DB said one more quarter, and we find out finally who the Knicks will be playing. We've been waiting for almost a week now. 4 or 5 days. The Knicks won on Monday, so yeah, about 5-6 days here. 5 days. If I can do math properly. Wembanyama does knock down the second free throw. He splits another pair. We got a 4-point lead Spurs. 4-point Spurs lead here with 11:40 to go. Start of the fourth quarter. While Caruso bringing it down, coming to his left. Caruso up top, spinning, coming to his right, gets it over to McCain, cutting to the rim, step back, foul line, fall away. McCain got it to go, and that fills in a spot for McCain, by the way. Finally, we got the 12 points for Jared McCain. He went scoreless in that third quarter, but we got this spot right here. Fox has it up top, being guarded by Caruso. They get it over to Dylan Harper. Harper gets it over to Johnson, over to Fox. Fox on the right wing. Fox swings through to his left off a Wemby screen. Out to Keldon Johnson. He'll fire up another 3. And he'll finally knock one down. Keldon Johnson, welcome to the game, brother. My goodness, finally. 5-point lead for the Spurs. Big time shot to keep the Thunder just enough away. Jay Will, bullet pass over to Kason Wallace, left corner 3, looking for an answer, and he's got it. Kason Wallace, big time 3 as well to respond. And we got a 2-point game again, 84-82. And SGA at the scorer's table. Just a quick rest. Fox gets it over to Champagnie. Champagnie trying to respond. Misses it off the back of the rim. Dylan Harper skies for the rebound. Out to Wembanyama. Attacking to his left. Kicks it out to Keldon Johnson. Another 3. Another 3. Keldon Johnson waking up here in the fourth quarter. Somebody's going to have to step up. And here comes McCain pushing it the other way. McCain stops. Kicks out to Caruso. Caruso up top. Swings it over to Jay Will. Jay Will gets it over to Holmgren. Holmgren jab step. Doesn't want anything to do with Wemby, so he gets it back up top to Jay Will. Jay Will back over to Holmgren. Now he'll attack along the baseline. And he slips and falls to the floor. Gets it out to McCain. McCain being guarded by Champagnie. Shot clock winding down. Throws up the air ball. Battle for the loose ball. Picked up by Fox. And they call the shot clock violation. I was hoping they would. They got it. They got it for a shot clock violation. I was hoping. I was like, please don't give them the rebound. Give them the violation. Part of them giving them the violation, I think, is so that they can get SGA back on the court. You blow the whistle, you get a stoppage in time, get the MVP, get the star player back on the court. Let the players decide where'd our bingo card go. Wembanyama, high post, left wing. Jab step, mid-range jumper, draws yet another foul on Jay Will. And Wembanyama will go to the foul line for 2. As Garner said, Chet is really scared of Wemby. I just need him to be in attack mode. And he has not been. Maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. But you got to help your team out, man. Simon Jaw, what's up, Simon? Wemby needs to live in the paint on both offense and defense? Brother, I don't know if he needs to live in the paint. But sure, we need more paint touches, for sure. But hey, man, they're packing the paint on him. And he's not a dominant figure out there. As Wembanyama knocks down the first free throw. You're going to have to knock down some jump shots. Keep them honest. Keep them honest. NBM bad foul, really bad foul. Really bad foul. Just that's a J. Will probably fouls out. That's his 4th foul there. We'll see. He's been probably their best defender on Wemby here tonight. Wembanyama knocks down both free throws. Is that 20 points for Wemby? They have him for 19 here, unless they update this. 19 points for Victor Wembanyama. 7-point lead for the Spurs. Caruso gets a wide open lane to the basket. Can't get the dunk to go down, but a foul on Wembanyama. And Wemby not happy with the call. And Mitch Johnson looking to the bench. And they're not going to challenge. It's a foul on Wembanyama. Yeah, it's a foul on Wemby. Hits him in the face on the dunk attempt. Ashton said, how many free throws does SGA have? 11. Supa said, J. Will can give us our double-double. He can. 1 rebound away from J. Will. 11 and 9 from him tonight. Caruso misses the first free throw. Amy said he got like no ball in all of Caruso's face. Yeah. Caruso does knock down the second free throw, splits the pair. And it is a 6-point lead for the Spurs. And now here comes Dylan Harper. More than enough time. It's a back and forth the game. Very close. But the Spurs have held the lead majority of the night. Fox, step back straightaway 3 over Caruso. He got it to go. We needed that 3 from De'Aaron Fox, by the way. That gives him the 15. It's exactly what we needed, and it's back up by 9 for the Spurs. SGA up top, Champagnie switches onto him. SGA has looked to attack this matchup all night long. Down in the lane, leaves it off for Holmgren, who mishandles the catch. And now he's going to attack Wemby, but he wants nothing to do with him, so he kicks it out to SGA. SGA gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Caruso. Up top, extra pass. Kason Wallace has knocked down 1 3. Give him 2 threes here in this quarter. Huge threes for Kason Wallace, who's now up to 9. And we need him for, what, 12? We need Kason Wallace for 12 points or something like that? They get it up top to Wemby. Fakes the handoff to Harper. Wemby out, being guarded by J. Will. Faces up. Rhythm dribble. Crosses over. Step back 3. Wembanyama. Wembanyama lining it up from 3. He said, give me all of those 3 points back. Give me all of them. I need them. SGA coming to his left. What answer do you got? Pull up 3. Give it to me. Can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball. Picked up by Champagnie. They get it out to Fox. Fox bringing it down. Fox has it up top, calling for a screen. Crosses over to his left, sees a double team. Out to Keldon Johnson. Johnson leaves it off for Wemby. Wemby, bullet pass over to Harper. Harper catches right corner 3. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, picked up by Wallace. Out to Caruso, pushing the pace. 2-on-2. Caruso blows past the defense, lefty layup. Great contest by Champagnie. Harper rips the rebound away. Saves it out to Johnson, over to Fox. What a save from the rookie. Over to Champagnie. Over to Johnson. To the rim, lefty layup. Got it to go. It's an 11-point lead as the Thunder are on the verge of losing a Game 7 here. 8 minutes to go. More than enough time. Don't get me wrong. Game not over yet. But my goodness, what an effort from this young, effervescent Spurs team. They said, what timeline? Our timeline's not the future. Rookie Dylan Harper, second-year Castle, third-year Wembanyama. It does not matter. We're here. Jason said, oh man, OKC gonna get it. Got at home. They're going to get got. On the verge of getting got. Part of the reason why they might get got is this man right here. Obviously, the injury is a huge factor as well. No J-Dub, no AJ Mitchell. But this man right here being out, or this man right here just not showing up in the absence of those guys is a huge deal. Like you said, this is going to be a tough series. Game not over yet. It's only 11. Only 11. But that missed 3 by SGA, man, that could have put a kibosh on that run from the Spurs there. Gotta come through. Gotta come through. Listen, you wanted that quick little rest to start the fourth quarter. You got it. Right? You got the rest. So you need to come through here in this fourth quarter, SGA. He's had an excellent game so far. Excellent game. 31 so far here tonight. But now Wembanyama is stepping up in the fourth quarter in a way that SGA isn't. We got 8 minutes to go. SGA, you got to step up, brother. We need the stars versus the stars. Don't go quiet now, brother. Don't go quiet now. Bring it. Bring it. Amzi design with the Bombsy. Knicks versus Spurs, Emirates, NBA Cup, Knicks. NBA Finals, NBA 2026 champs, revenge history on the verge. On the verge. Keldon Johnson, by the way, now up to 11 points. We need one more. Fox has 15, and we needed Fox for 15. There you go. Kason Wallace has 9. We get one more 3 from Kason Wallace that'll fill in our bingo spot as well. We just need a goaltend. We just need a goaltend. And the bingo card hasn't been great. We haven't had a ton of spots filled in so far here tonight. But, as always, we find ourselves in a situation where we're one spot away from bingo. One spot away. Randy, what's up, Randy? Nixon 6? Nixon 4, brother. Nixon 4. They haven't been proven that they can be beat consistently. Nixon 4 until proven otherwise. And then it'll be Nixon 5. And then it'll be Nixon 6. And then it'll be Nixon 7. Jason said, Adam Silver in the box, smiling. NBA Cub gets its respect. We get the rematch. It's looking like it. It's looking like it. Jabel's still stuck on the 9 rebounds, though, brother. Give us that double-double. Give us that double-double. McCain, by the way, also with the 12 points. He knocked down the step-back jumper. So we're not too far away from bingo in the bottom row either. Right, so we can get a jump ball. We can get Vassell for 2 more threes. Tone, what's up, Tone Shifter? I see the star of my team, fake injuries every time we're losing. Not that it's crazy how hate OKC is, whole world rooting for the Spurs. I mean, you make it to the mountaintop, there's only one way down. Very lonely up there. But also, when you play the way that they play, you're gonna make enemies. You just are. Simon Joss said, don't use any injury excuse for OKC. If they lose, they're the chance because Halliburton got injured. Fair. Fair. Freeway said, I just hope they let the Knicks be as physical with Wemby as OKC has. I assume they will, brother. I assume they will. All right, here we go. Wallace breaking it down. Over to Harnstein, over to Caruso. Caruso gets it over to SGA. SGA inside the Harnstein to the rim. 2-handed slam from Isaiah Harnstein. And the foul, Keldon Johnson. A bad foul from Johnson. Harnstein will go to the foul line for one more. 5 fouls on Wemby. Ooh, that was a foul on Wemby? Wow, really bad foul from Wembanyama. I thought that was on Keldon Johnson. 5 fouls on Wemby could be a game changer here as Harnstein hits his free throw. Could be a game changer here. Continue to attack him and try to get him out of the game. Thunder not dead in the water yet, man. This one ain't over. I forgot to give the Spurs that layup there. I was too hyped after the Keldon Johnson make. They get over to Fox. Fox coming to his left, pulls it out. In and out dribble, step back, right wing 3. De'Aaron Fox can't get it to go. Rebounded by Kason Wallace. Hit ahead to Kason Wallace, bringing it down. Wallace on the right wing. Up top to Caruso. Over to SGA. Attacking to his left. Down in the lane. Gets in the paint. Kicks out to McCain. Catching fire left corner. Comes up short. Keldon Johnson the rebound. And they hand it off to Fox, and Fox will bring it down. Fox up top gets it over to Castle. Castle holding on to it. Castle also with 4 fouls. So the 2 star players for the Spurs dealing with foul trouble here tonight. Can they find a way to battle through it? Castle coming to his left off a Wemby screen. Castle steps back, swings it out to Vassell. Vassell swings through to his right, step back, baseline, pull-up jumper as McCain hits the floor, and Vassell comes up short on the jump shot. Wide open baseline jump shot, and here comes SGA looking to take advantage. Crossing over to his right, down the lane. Ball knocked out of his hands. He picks it back up, has it in the post against Fox, turns, falls away over him. Got it to go for SGA, just got to his spot, turned over his left shoulder, and he knocked it down, and we got a timeout from the San Antonio Spurs here. Lou Cornett at the scorer's table, keep that man glued to the bench. Get him out of there. 6-point game, baby. 6-point game. Not over, Mark. Not by a long shot. Asking for SGA to step up. I need the stars to be stars here tonight. Wemby with 22 and 7. SGA with 33, 4 and 7. Need the stars to battle it out here. Don't foul out, Wemby. Don't foul out, Wemby. Please don't foul out, Wemby. I need you out there, brother. I need you going toe-to-toe with SGA. I need to see the 2 MVP candidates go at it here in a Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Need it. Need it. Jaden said, Wemby-less minutes incoming. Yeah, and that might be a problem. That might be a deciding factor, right? If they can't survive these Wemby-less minutes and the Thunder end up taking the lead with Wemby sitting with 5 fouls here, if he does come out for Cornett, that could be a huge problem. And if they can survive the Wemby-less minutes and then Wemby comes back in, then obviously you got to feel pretty decently if you're a Spurs fan. Tone said Ms. Johnson about to mess it up. He's got the 5 fouls. He's got the 5 fouls. I understand why he's doing it. Just that said, Wemby had 0 fouls last game. And last game was a blowout. So he didn't have to play a ton of fourth quarter minutes either. Okay, Caruso 2 for 12 from the field is rough for them here tonight, but McCain stepped up and he's got 12 points. No Chet Holmgren here. Well, I wonder if they'll look to bring him back in. Jay Will also came back out. He started to struggle a bit in the Wemby matchup. Astrophagy with the Astrophagy. They've only have to survive 2 minutes without him. We'll see. We'll see. Mark said you have to add to your lead right now regardless. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not like they're not going to be trying to do that, even if Wemby comes subs out of the game here. They had Wemby and Cornette and Harper at the scores table. I assume you pull Wemby and Johnson out. I'd go with the 3 guards in that lineup, man. I'd match Wallace, Caruso, and McCain out there as well as SGA. I know you're going smaller, so SGA has more room to operate because he's not sending as many big players in the paint. But, man. Riaz with the Riaz. Tony Brothers is sitting at home, madly blowing his whistle anytime someone gets near SGA. Corey Skeet with the Corey. Would you rather see Knicks Spurs instead of Knicks refs? Yeah. I'm good on the Thunder. Good on watching the Thunder play for a while. Yeah, Riaz. Tony Brothers is sitting at home being like, what do you mean the officials are not calling fouls tonight, guys? What are you doing? You know, I said they should put Holmgren in with Wemby on the bench. They could. They've tried doing that throughout the series, Kinohara, and he still is not very aggressive in Wemby-less minutes. But Brandon said Tony Brothers should be banned from reffing. I heard he was retiring. Is he not retiring? Was somebody making that up? Somebody put it in the chat one time. Daniels, what's up, Daniels? The Spurs still going to win? We'll see. We'll see. They have a 6-point lead here with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in a Game 7 on the road. We'll see. Mike Sleeva said, Chet doing nothing all series. It's been a rough series for Chet. It's been a very rough series for Chet. Under 7 to go. Dylan Harper bringing it down. Luke Cornette is indeed in the game for Wembanyama here. Harper gets it over to Cornette, turns it over, and Hartenstein bringing it down. Cornette chasing him down to the rim. Cornette with the chase down block. There you go, Luke Cornette. Castle gets it over to Champagny, up top to Vassell. That's a winning play from Luke Cornette. Castle dancing with it. Step back over to Champagny, back up top to Castle. Castle coming to his right as we approach the halfway point, almost at the 6-minute mark. Castle driving it down on Caruso, leans in, foul line, fall away. Got to go for Steph Castle. Keenar said, told you Cornette's been fine. That's his first solid play he's made here tonight, and one of the few solid plays he's made all series long. Wembanyama quickly back up off the bench into the scores table. Get over to SGA, coming to his left. SGA sees a double team, kicks it over to Wallace. Wallace coming to his left, down the lane against Cornette. Tries to get over to Hartenstein and through the hands of Hartenstein. And these are some tough bullet passes from the Thunder guards here throwing Hartenstein. If you're Hartenstein, you got to catch that ball, obviously, but these are like on fire baseball passes they're throwing to Hartenstein when they're standing right next to him. I can't even put the full blame on Hartenstein. You know how much I want to. Dylan Harper coming to his right over to Wemby. Wemby swings it over to Vassell. Jab step coming to his right. Cross-court pass Champagny. Right corner, pump fake, sidestep, left corner 3. Got it, right corner 3. Got it to go. And the sidestep to the left for Julian Champagny. And back up by 11 they go, and the Thunder, they're reeling. They're about to go down. Can the Spurs deliver the haymaker? They get over to Caruso. Down the lane to his right, floater off glass. Banks it in for Alex Caruso. Back to 9 it goes. 5 minutes to go here, a little over 5. Steph Castle bringing it down against Wallace. Castle coming to his right, picks up his handle, got nowhere to go with it. Wallace providing pressure. They get over to Harper. Harper on the right wing, being guarded by Caruso. Wallace switches onto him. Harper's going to dance with it against Wallace. Doesn't seem phased. Pump fakes at the foul line, tries to step through, and Wallace picks his pocket, and that's what happens, rookie, when you go up against Kason Wallace, one of the best hands in the league. Bullet pass from SGA. McCain left corner three. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by Champagny, and they're going to hold it and wind down some time. Wembanyama, who chased down McCain there to at least make him think about a possible block shot. Missed the three. Great effort from Wembanyama there. Castle sees the double team. Out to Champagny. Huge three. Can't get it to go. Harper right there for the tip up and in. And a timeout for the Thunder. And they are on the verge, y'all. They might just do it. Dylan Harper, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists for the rookie. Amy said, I really love watching the Spurs team. It's going to be a fun finals, Spurs-Knicks, man. It's going to be a really fun finals, man. Those two teams play fantastic games against each other. Hartenstein getting chased down, blocked by Luke Cornett. You literally can't ask for a better ending to Hartenstein's night because we saw Chet Holmgren and Jay Will at the scores table. You literally can't ask for a better ending to the Isaiah Hartenstein on the Thunder era because I don't expect him to be back with his team next year. Hate this guy. Love it. Jeff Fan said, put that man Tony Brothers in Congress. What? What's up, Jeff Fan? Shirley Willis. What's up, Shirley? Shirley said they're going to win this game. Hart said, Harper not playing like a rookie. No, he is not. He has not played like a rookie all playoffs long, all season long, really. Couple of rookie moments here and there, but man, has he been awesome all series long. Jeff fans, it look like it's going to be a 1999 rematch. Jay Gardner said, why they hate on iHeart? Why not hate on iHeart? What is there to like about Isaiah Hartenstein? He's a turncoat, a Benedict Arnold, a traitor. SGA has it up top. Don't get me on my Hartenstein rant, brother. SGA, the fall-away jumper, got to go again. SGA, my goodness. My goodness. We got, 4:05 to go here? We got another timeout? We got another timeout from the Spurs here. What a step-back jumper from SGA. The 9-point game with 4 minutes to go could literally go any way, guys. Could still literally go any way. Gigi said, Jay Will injury cost OKC big time. Will the Spurs be out of gas by the time they play New York? I want no excuses because the media will grab onto that. Well, no, because the finals start on Wednesday. So they have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. They got 3 days off. That's more than enough time to rest. More than enough time. TT in the morning said OKC game's not over just yet, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. Momentum is still in favor of the Spurs a little bit here. Actually, I think momentum's up in the air after that SGA jumper. Spurs called a timeout, talk about a couple of things. I think momentum's up in the air to grab here, and whichever team grabs it might be the winner of this game. Coming out of this break, out of this timeout, we've kind of had like 2 timeouts back-to-back here. So we've had time for both sides to rest sufficiently enough. I think it's going to come down to this run after this timeout. If the Thunder can go on a run and get this back to about a single-digit game, not a single-digit game, but get this back to like a one-possession game, then obviously can go either way at that point. But if the Spurs come out and they start pushing, and this becomes like a 15-point lead, there's only 4 minutes to go. So I think this run coming out of the timeout could be the deciding factor. Even if it stays around like a 9-point game and the teams go back and forth, I still think that favors the Spurs. You want to see a nice run from the Thunder here. Jason said, remember when it wasn't looking good for the Knicks down 20 plus with 8 minutes? Anything could happen right now? Well, neither of these teams are the Cavs, brother. You got to look at the other side of that. The Cavs are always viable to fold. Not so sure either one of these teams are viable to fold in that way. Harper coming to his right, swings it over to Fox, jab step, back up top to Dylan Harper. Harper's going to dance with it against SGA, pulls it out, shot clock winding down, throws up the three. He got it! Dylan Harper! Oh my goodness! His kid is not a rookie. This is not normal. This is not normal rookie behavior, I'll tell you that. Caruso picks up his handle, gets it over to SGA, being chased by Castle, step back, foul line, leaves it off inside. J-Will kicks it out. Wallace at right corner three. He got it! We got a couple of things popping off for our bingo card as well. We got Wallace for 12 points off that three. That's his fourth made three. We literally need a Wemby 30 ball. Wemby's got 22. Castle has it up top. 3 minutes to go. Castle. 9-point lead. Trading threes for threes. Castle coming to his left off the Wemby screen. Castle in the lane. Ball knocked out of his hands. He picks it up in the air. Turns it over. Kason Wallace bringing it down. 1-on-1 against Fox. Pulls it back out. Leaves it off for Caruso. Caruso pump fakes. And he's going to hold on to it. Under 3 to go. Over to SGA. Swings through to his right. Pulls it back out as Fox switches onto him. SGA is going to isolate, crossing over to his right, driving it down in the lane, gets to the mid-range, pump fakes, sees 2 defenders, swings it out to Caruso, swings it over to J-Will. J-Will's got nowhere to go with it. Shot clock winding down, he's going to pump fake, 1 dribble in, mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. Wembanyama and Holmgren battling for it. Holmgren saves it, but he's out of bounds. Ball back to the Spurs. 3 minutes to go, 2:30 to go. Timer, why'd you stop? 2:30 to go. Harper's got 12. Bruce Simpson, I got you. Dylan Harper with the 12 points. Successful challenge, gotta stay. Dylan Harper has it up top. He has been fantastic here in this fourth quarter. In this game entirely, he spins off the defense of the rim, tried to get the posted dunk over Holmgren, gets blocked at the rim. Not a great decision. Go to the floater or the layup, brother. They get it over to SGA. He tried to go for the dagger. SGA almost turns it over, but gets it out to Caruso, back to SGA. SGA has not been impactful here in the fourth quarter enough. He's made a couple of shots, but they kick it out to Kason Wallace, who's been on fire, and he continues to remain on fire. Kason Wallace pulling his team back in. 3 after 3 after 3. He's made 5 threes in the second half. All of them coming in the second half, maybe 4 of them coming in the second half. He's got 12 points in this quarter, 4 threes in this fourth quarter. They head it up top to Castle. 6-point game, 1:30 to go. Castle hop step down the lane. They kick it out to Fox. Fox lobs it down low to Wemby. Wemby at the foul line being guarded by J-Will. Wemby sees the double team, kicks out to Castle. He's going to pump fake from 3, drive it down. Pickpocketed by Kason Wallace. Kason Wallace all over the place, pulling his team back into it. 1:30 to go. SGA up top, being guarded by Champagnie. Crosses over to his right, pulls it back, coming to his left. Double step back, a 3 from SGA. He throws up an air ball. And Holmgren can't save it from going out of bounds. SGA, get to the midi, get to your spot. The step back 3 has not been your shot in this series. Go to the basket, get to the midi that you've been knocking down all night long. Bad decision from him there. It's what it is. What's up? It's what it is. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for that subscription, big dog. SGA, why did you go to the step back 3? That's not been your shot tonight. You haven't been knocking it down all series long. Get to the mid-range. I felt like that was a heave, like that was a desperation shot. It's a 6-point game. Get to the mid-range. Make it a 4-point game. Here comes Castle bringing it down. Trust your defense. Kason Wallace has been awesome. Castle has it up top. Vassell is now in for Harper. They got their starting lineup out there. Wembanyama on the right wing. Hands it off to Fox. Coming to his left. Off the Wemby screen. Snaking it back to his right hand. They kick it up top to Vassell. He's got space. They swing it out Champagnie. He gets pump faked out of the 3-point line. Mid-range jumper comes up short. Castle right there for the offensive rebound and put back. As multiple defenders flying out to these 3-point shooters for the Spurs, leaving Castle wide open under the rim by himself, and he lays it up and in. Kason Wallace driving to the rim high with the left hand off glass. Got it to go. Kason Wallace stepping up here the fourth quarter where nobody else really is for the Thunder here. And Castle bringing it down. 109-103, 17 points, 13 in this fourth quarter. Castle steps through the double team and a timeout for the Spurs. We got 42 seconds to go. Spurs on the verge of eliminating the Thunder. And it will guarantee a brand new champion this season for the 8th season in a row. Almost a decade now of a new champion being crowned every year. Donnie said, it's over. Spurs 4, Knicks 0. Hey, brother. I'll see you on Wednesday, big dog. See you on Wednesday. Tone said, I love Wemby. Wemby's cool. Wemby's cool. I like Wemby a lot. I wouldn't say I love him, but I like Wemby a lot. Super said we got the double-double. Who's got the... Oh, Jay Will. He snagged the rebound. We got the double-double. Yes, sir. Doesn't necessarily help us with the bingo, but we'll fill it in. Wemby, 30 points. With 43 seconds to go, he needs 8 points. I don't think we get there. I don't think we get there. The only other way we can get bingo is maybe if Vassell... I think Vassell's only hit 1 3 tonight. If Vassell hits 2 threes here in the final couple minutes, and one of them being a 4-point play. Goaltend. Goaltend gives us bingo. Tone said, love the Chevy. I love everybody. Appreciate you, Tone. Love having you in the chat, brother. Riaz said it's over. SGA can flop on the beaches of Cancun. Here we go. Here we go. Castle's got to get it in. They try to get it in the Wemby, and it's stolen. Lou Dort comes up with the steal. SGA, pass fake, down the lane, in the paint, kicks it out to nobody. Wallace able to snag it. Was afraid of Wemby. Wallace to the rim, gets caught under the basket. Out to Kenrich Williams, a corner three, can't get it to go. Loose ball rebound. Castle able to snag it, but surrounded by Thunder players. They take it back. SGA over to Dort. Dort to three. They're desperate, but it was a foul. Foul on the perimeter before the shot. 20 seconds to go. 6-point deficit. It's looking like it's going to be over unless you get a couple of threes to go down here, a couple of heaves. They're going to put McCain back in. They're going to need some three-point shot making here. Knicks fan. What's up, Knicks fan? 20 seconds to go here. Fox uses the foul intentionally. I see. Fox intentionally fouled. Smart play from Fox. It was helter-skelter play, and Fox said, close this down. We don't need them to have an open three. Let's set our defense up. And such a smart play from De'Aaron Fox, man. Such a smart play. Brady said, wow, looks like it's over. Caruso's got to get it in. 22 seconds to go. They hand it off to Caruso off the inbounds. Bringing it down. Puts up the three. Caruso throws up an air ball, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Thunder. SGA, where are you, brother? You can't have Caruso heaving up these threes. Where are you, SGA? Where are you? Going MIA here in this fourth quarter. Carter said, it's never over till it's over. You're right. That's why we're still here. That's why we're still here. Caruso. 17 seconds to go. Gets it into J. Will. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. They got no open space to kick it out. Kason Wallace, a logo three, misses it. Champagny snags down a rebound. Gets it over to Fox. Fox hit ahead to Vassell. And that's going to end it, baby. That is going to end it. They have knocked off the champions. The young upstart San Antonio Spurs making a finals run in their first finals appearance in the Wembanyama era. And they made it. They did it. They made it. And they're celebrating, as they should. But they're the juggernaut niggas are awaiting them. But celebrate it, young Spurs. Celebrate it. Very few people believe that the Spurs, as young as they are, were actually going to be able to pull it off. And not only did they pull it off in a Game 7, but a Game 7 on the road in a hostile environment in Oklahoma City. It gets very loud in this arena. They made it. They made it. Kennard said, we got to party like it ain't 1999, that's for sure. Mark said, okay, see ya. The Spurs made it to the finals, matching up against the Knicks. And while this is obviously going to be an incredibly tough matchup between the Spurs and the Knicks, man, oh man, is it a much better matchup than Thunder versus Knicks, in my opinion. And here we go. Here we go. Rob P, Spotty T, Nixon 5. Nixon 4 until proven otherwise. Prove me otherwise. Prove me otherwise. Ram Jam, what's up, Ram Jam? Most media personalities picked OKC to go all the way. Yeah. I mean, as you probably should. They were the best regular season. They won the championship last year. They probably even go all the way if they don't suffer the injuries to both J-Dub and AJ Mitchell. Just too much to overcome. SGA trying to do it by himself, but couldn't come through in the fourth quarter, man. Where were you? Where were you? Our Champagne was fire. A lot of guys were on point here tonight. Dylan Harper off the bench had that run in the fourth quarter. 12.7 boards, 3 assists off the bench. Kind of kept the Thunder away. A little mini run there for Dylan Harper. He was fantastic all night long. That Cornet chase down block, he had his moment. I thought Castle was solid. He did have the 6 turnovers tonight, but I thought Castle was solid for the most part. Freeway Hustler with a very generous super chat here tonight. Appreciate you, brother. He said the Knicks were way more stoic. Spurs celebrating a little too much. A young team, brother. Different kind of goals, I could say. Right? This is a Spurs team that feels like they're at the beginning of their journey here, and they've already made it to the finals, versus the Knicks, who felt like, man, they have been battling for years to get to that point. And so getting to the finals is not the end goal, whereas the Spurs could lose at the finals and walk away feeling like, wow, what a fantastic season we had. We're going to get back to it next year. Versus the Knicks, if they lose in the finals, it's going to be like, wow, we lost another year. That sucks. Kennard said, no, Wemby is stoked. He's ahead of schedule. He knows with his height he could get an injury at any moment. Yeah, you got to celebrate every single moment. And it's not like the Knicks didn't celebrate. Of course they celebrated. But again, we're looking at different age groups and a group of players in different points of their career. Like the Knicks are in their primes. And maybe even like at their tippy top primes and maybe at the top of the mountain where next couple of years we could see a little bit of a downturn. Maybe. Hopefully not. But I will say they're showing the Cornet block and Hartenstein now. If that is the lasting image of Isaiah Hartenstein here on the Oklahoma City Thunder and he'll be on a different team next year, boy, oh boy, was it glorious. Boy, oh boy, was it a glorious hate watch of Isaiah Hartenstein here tonight. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I thought he was pretty bad here tonight, and Jay Will outplayed him pretty significantly. Champagne, 20 points, by the way. Wemby with the 22. Castle with 16. Fox with 15. Really nice night from De'Aaron Fox. So we don't ultimately get bingo. Missed out with a goaltend. We missed out on, what was the other? Wemby, 30 points. But here we go. Hot dog with the hot dog. No, the OKC Thunder lost. The Oklahoma flopping and chopping Thunder lost. It did indeed. Mighty Montreal dropping by to say Cornet was player of the game for his big block. Cornet had one awesome play tonight, and that was that chase down block in the fourth quarter, and it was desperately needed. Desperately. Tuesday in the morning said OKC didn't deliver a bingo again. Again. Hopefully we get a finals bingo. Hold on, a finals bingo might be crazy. Gay said, I'm starting a dialogue. McCain is a curse. I mean, it's his first playoff run. We'll see. John the Great said, Sohan is happy. You know what's crazy about that, John? Great point. Jeremy Sohan gets a ring either way because he spent half the season with the Spurs and he spent the rest of the season with the Knicks. So he's going to get a ring regardless of who wins. He's sitting back happy. He doesn't even have to play in the series. Gigi said, Knicks have what OKC lacks, catcher Goji Mitch. So if y'all think Wemby is just going to have a field day, by all means. They're going to bang him down low. They're going to pull him out of the paint, something that the Thunder could not do all night long. As a matter of fact, part of the reason why Jay Will played so much in this pivotal Game 7, matter of fact, we can take a look at it real quick. Jay Will tonight played 26 minutes. Hartenstein played 21 minutes. So Jay Will played more minutes than him. Why? Because Jay Will can spread it out to the three-point line. So Wembanyama can't hang out in the paint as much. And also, the Knicks have far more players who are more comfortable playing in the in-between areas, whether it's Bridges, even Anunoby, even Towns. We obviously know Jalen Brunson thrives in that area. Josh Hart can knock down mid-range shots with consistency this year. They are far more comfortable in that area of the court than the Oklahoma City players are because they really only have SGA and that's it. Everybody else is pretty much just a 3-and-D player, right? Caruso's not that guy. Kenrich Williams, Jared McCain, not those guys. McCain probably their second best guy in that area, but like J-Dub and AJ Mitchell were supposed to be those guys, and they're not going to be. They're not going to be, right? Because they were injured. JP Nick said, Mitch must play. It's the X factor to guard Wemby. I think Towns is the X factor to guard Wemby, if I'm being honest. Towns' ability to pull him away from the basket as well as body up with him physically, which is something Holmgren couldn't do. And Holmgren refusal to shoot threes in this series. Chet Holmgren tonight, 0 3-point attempts, took 2 shots tonight. Chet Holmgren took 2 shots tonight. Guys, Guys, Holmgren taking 2 shots tonight. 2 shots tonight. And Rose Festival updates. Appreciate you, Rose. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for that subscription. Holmgren took 2 shots tonight. Chet Holmgren, making $40 million a year, took 2 shots tonight, guys. He's making $41.25 million a year. He took 2 shots tonight. 2. Keenan said OKC is near unbeatable when Chet has 17, and tonight he was way more invisible than Mikal. All series long, he was invisible. He's had maybe one good game of the series. Sons Jen said, Holmgren-ating. Holmgren-ating, man. Yeah. That pick is diabolical. Well, that's part of the reason why I really despise this man. Just a really weird fake dude. Can't stand him. John the Great. Wemby is going to get at least 40 minutes per game. Can't just rely on Mitch for that. Towns going to have to step up and put a body on him. He doesn't have to step up. Towns has stepped up. And he played very well against them all season long in the regular season. And his skill set is probably the best skill set to have in a Wembanyama matchup. Because he can physically body up with him and keep him off the boards. He's a fantastic defensive rebounder and box him out. But he could also pull him out to the three-point line as a legit threat from 3. Tuesday in the morning said, maybe Chet does need to do some push-ups. How about just shoot a dang shot, brother? Forget all the push-ups and the strength. Forget all of that. How about shoot some shots? He took 2 shots tonight. That's got nothing to do with physicality and strength and nothing like that. Man, shoot the open shot. Shoot the 3. So many times tonight he pump faked out of the shot and swung it over to his teammate because he wanted nothing to do. He wanted nothing to do with the Wemby matchup. Man, put your big boy pants on, shoot some shots. Just that said, Wemby versus Gaz is going to be epic. I can't wait. Carson said, OMG, I just realized the Corgi had the script. Oh, he did. The Corgi had the script. Amy Machu said that's $20 million a shot. There you go, Amy. They paid that man $20 million per shot in Game 7 of the Finals. Can you believe that? Raymond said, Mitch will control Wemby. He's too strong for Wemby. You would hope that it's Mitch, Anunoby, and Towns. It's got to be all of them. Why are we talking about Mitch's strength? As if Karl Anthony Towns isn't ridiculously strong as well. Mark said, cook 'em, Knicks. Now we know the matchup. And it's probably the better matchup of the two. Although the Thunder injuries makes you look at it and you go, oh, I don't know, maybe. But I do think this is a better matchup for the Knicks overall. And honestly, even taking into account as well the injuries from the Thunder, give me the healthier team. Let's hoop. Roll the ball out there. May the best team win. Keenan Har said, what is this Corgi meme? There is this Corgi who they throw like an inflatable ball to. And there are 2 baskets. One that has the Thunder logo on it. One that has the Spurs logo on it. And they throw the ball up to the Corgi. And he hits it with his nose. And it falls into one of the baskets. And he predicted the series perfectly. Raven said, Cat will do just what we need. Yeah, I mean, look, this is going to come down to knocking down mid-range jump shots, honestly, against the Wembanyama-led defense, because you can't get into the paint against them. Right? You can't get into the paint against them unless you have him hung up on Mitchell Robinson trying to keep him off the offensive boards, or you have him hung up against Karl Anthony Towns out on the three-point line. And if he does try to play off of him, here's the thing. They're going to do exactly what the Cavs tried to do, where they hang off of Josh Hart, same way that they did to Alex Caruso. Wembanyama will be matched up against Josh Hart, and they'll put other players on Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson and whatnot, and they'll force the ball to swing over to Josh Hart, and they're going to dare him to knock down open threes. The difference is that, well, I can't even say that because Alex Caruso knocked down his threes this series, and he kind of forced them out of that game plan. So Josh Hart's going to have to do the same. You know, I said, yeah, I think top of the key cat is the thing. For sure. They're gonna run the similar defense that the Cavs did, where they're gonna put Wembanyama on Josh Hart and not guard him. Wemby will not guard Josh Hart. They'll ghost coverage him. He'll play in the paint. Bible said, oh, when the Corgi predicts the Knicks, hopefully. That video should be coming out soon now that we know the matchup. Gigi said, FYI, Spurs fans, this ain't 1999. 99 Spurs team played a Patrick-less Knicks. Yes, indeed, they did. Series would have been different. If you know, you know. Very true. Very, very true. Just that said, 167 out of 450 likes is disappointing. Appreciate you, Justice Dad. Stephen collect cards. What's up, Stephen? Knicks sweet. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. You know, said Ms. Johnson ain't no analytical Atkinson. He is not. He is not. But to start this series, they had Wembanyama not guard Alex Caruso and dare him to shoot. They will run the same exact defense to start the series against the Knicks, and Josh Hart will have to shoot them out of it the same way Caruso did. Sons Jensen, I'm so excited for both fan bases, well deserved. It's going to be a phenomenal finals. Obviously, my favorite team is in it, so I get to root. I have a vested interest in it this time, for the first time in my life. But also, like, if it's the Spurs and the Knicks end up losing, which I don't think they will, but if they do, in that fantasy hypothetical world, if the Spurs end up winning the championship, I'm not going to be too mad about it. I'm not going to be too mad about it. But here we go. Here we go. Traber said Knicks in 4 and new champions. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Yes, sir. D. Grant, what's up, D. Grant? I'm a little nervous about this matchup. The Spurs team is going to be difficult for the Knicks. Either way, it was going to be difficult, D. Grant. You're in the NBA Finals. It wasn't going to be easy. You know? It was always going to be difficult. Just that's the first time for real since I was 11 years old. The last time they made the finals, I was 2 years old. So it is the first time in my life. Sons Gen sent 5 gifted memberships. The generosity. Appreciate you, Sons Gen. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Whether you just subscribed or shout out all the people who donated with the super chat functions. Freeway Hustler. Niall Dimitri, Freeway Hustler again. Appreciate you, brother. Niall Dimitri again as well. Appreciate you guys. AP again. The high vibe got us started off tonight. I appreciate you guys for your generosity. We won't be live until Wednesday. I will hopefully fix the audio by then. And I appreciate you guys. Daryl Grant with 10 gifted memberships. Wow, Daryl Grant getting in on the action. Appreciate you guys. My goodness, my goodness. Well, that is a wrap for the conference finals. We are on our way to the NBA finals. Daryl Grant, Sons Gen, my goodness, the generosity from you guys. I appreciate you guys very heavily. My goodness. That should make up for our inability to get bingo these last couple of games. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Just that said, no relation to Horace? Who? Who are we talking about? No relation to Horace Grant. Raymond, Wednesday is the day. Wednesday is the day. Wednesday is the day. June basketball, K. Hazy. June basketball. The next time we meet, we will be in June, and we will be watching our New York Knicks play basketball. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's going to wrap us up here tonight. Not much to go over as the finals are set. The finals are set. We've talked about how these teams matched up. We watched all of the regular season games. We covered the in-season tournament games. These teams are different. Both this Spurs team and the Knicks are different going into the finals. And here we go. Here we go. Game 1 is where? Game 1 is in San Antonio. San Antonio has home court advantage, so a possible Game 7 would also be in San Antonio. Roger G. Wall said, Chevy hitting 5K as we're getting closer to? 5K what? Subs? Getting close to 5K subs. We're getting there. We're getting close. 2-2-1-1-1-1-1. Yeah, I threw a couple of more ones in there, but yeah, 2-2-1-1-1-1. Freeway said, all these Knicks haters riding the opposing teams is sad. Hey, man, 2 very likable teams in the finals, I think. You got the floppers out of there. We got them out of there. Raymond said, great being with you, Chevy, and good night. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. We will be back, of course, for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Game 1 of the NBA Finals, guys. Where our New York Knicks will be playing. Next week, Wednesday, 8:30 start time, ABC. Mike Breen will be on the call. Mike Breen gets the call in NBA Finals with the Knicks. My goodness. My goodness. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate all your generosity. We will be back on Wednesday. Again, I'm going to try and fix a couple of things that got busted over the weekend here on the channel in terms of some of the software I use, and we'll see what we can do for that. But I appreciate you guys, Studs Jen, Daryl Grant, for your generosity here tonight at the end. Shout out everybody again for all the super chats, of course. Shout out anybody who uses the jewels and gifting through that as well. I appreciate you guys. It doesn't come up on my alert thing here until the next day, but I appreciate you guys as well. And shout out all the channel members, whether you're gifted a membership or you decided to become a member all on your own. I appreciate your support nonetheless. Thank you guys very, very much. Knicks versus Spurs, Wednesday, 8:30. We'll be live probably at 8 o'clock. We'll do 30 minutes before the game. It's the NBA Finals. We'll break it down. It's game one. We'll hang out. We'll get everything set and ready to go. So I appreciate you guys. We'll be live at around 8 o'clock. We'll do the full pregame, especially for game one in the finals. So I appreciate you guys as always. Remember, brush your teeth before bed. Stay hydrated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.